Oops. Do this real quick. Oh, fucking YouTube being retarded again. Of course. Go fuck figure. I'll just do this now so I don't have to worry about it later. There we go. Hopefully that should fix it. Yep, cool. Cool. Coolio. Oh, there it is. Alrighty. My. Yep. Oh, yeah, too loud. Oh, wait, it's connected to my headphones. I just put those in there. What the fuck? There we go. Aye. There we go. Oops. Send a message to buddy real quick. There we go. Buddy just sent me some about for fall weather ahead. I guess fire season updates too or something. Let's see what the updates are about, fire update wise. Weather looks amazing for most of the time of the year, but the storms brought in a bunch of rain. So what's about all the doesn't even say much. It's just saying that the nice, good, fall weather is going to be coming up and it's going to be looking nice, which, oh, I love that idea. I really want to have more fall weather coming in. Because that fall weather is the good weather. That's some good shit. Give me that good shit. Let's see what's going on for internet last we're leaving. See what little things we can check out. U.S. side rapist bitch. This seems like an interesting video. I'd be curious to check out.
Come on.
Hey.
You can't do that this way. You have to do it this way. That's why you call you inway.
Goofy little thing.
Yeah, pictures.
Sweet little pup. Pup. Why you such a goofy pup? Hey, bud. What's up? What's up, doggo? What is up, doggo? What are you staring at? Goofy thing. Goofy, silly little pup. Look at you. Look at you, you little goof. Such a silly thing. Goofball dog. You know, I want to see if I can get him over here because I want to get that harness off him, but I don't really want to get up right now. I just sat down like 10 minutes ago and I feel comfortable. You want to come here? Come here, buddy. Sukov, come on. Come here. Come here, buddy. Oh my god. He's just staring at me. I think he's expecting me to, like, get up and give him something or something like that, but that's not what's gonna happen. Okay, I see what he wants. Is that what you want? Alright, fine. I guess I have to get up. Alright, fine. Goofball. Goofy dog. He would not just stop to wait for me to put all that food in there. And now he's making a mess. Good job, Goof. And what a silly little boy. And let's put the music I've been going on for the background. I'm really enjoying that he's playing a little more obscure bands I've been able to find. especially his punk scene type stuff. Makes it at least a little easier to at least, you know, like have a little, some random shit in the background. Plus, at least a lot more, you know, casual to listen to. Or easier to get into. Let's see what little things we can check out here. What's this about? It's called Viva Response to the Drama. Wait, is there a bunch of shit where he's like, is all the random little accusations and things that have been coming up about him, are people now starting to realize that maybe he's what he's cut out to be? And now he's trying to respond to it and save face. Okay, I'm kind of enjoying that a little bit. I might want to see that. I love the idea of, like, fucking Vivek getting fucked on a little bit. If a guy crushes his 15 minutes of fame, I feel like that'd be good, actually. He rubs me the wrong way. Like, he seems a lot more nefarious and sinister than he really makes out to be, in my opinion. He certainly is placating too much of, like, this, like, far-right, online-esque kind of, like, zeitgeist a little bit. He's trying to, like, siphon what he can out of the DeSantis because of that shit. And is, like, one of the more openly far-right candidates that is just very brazen about it on the stages, so... He seems honestly a lot more sinister to me in comparison to the rest of them. Dude, that dog makes such a fucking mess. Good lord. Why do you make such a fucking mess, bro? Why? Fucking goofball. Ugh. This little bowl ground up here and load it up. I'll check out a little Vivek thing, see what like type of things are worth fuck on that one. Yeah, get this all ground up. Wow, look at the mess that you made over there, dude. Seriously, dog. Oh wow, this fucking absurd mutt, bro. Making the mess that he does. Why? Why, dog? There we go. Six, where are you going? It's all. What, you trying to get love and touch from over there? You silly boy. What a goofball. He's trying to get love and attention from the pops. Little doggo. What, am I not giving you enough love over there? Huh? You could be over here and get loves and scritches, but no. Decided to be over there instead. Fucking bloody goofball. What a goofy little, silly little thing. Just a silly boy. Here, let me get that video up there. Ah, whoa! A little too quick on the draw on that one. Jesus Christ. Fucking Christ. Oh. There we go. Man, fucking YouTube. Not gonna fuck up and get to YouTube? Jesus Christ. Just was trying to pull off a video and then just like fucking went on fucking misclick. Jeez Louise. Here we go. Oh, there it is. Cool. Hey, let's get this little puppy going. Let's see what this is all about.
Hey guys,
Hey guys, yeah, shut up, Vivek. Doctor's appointment at 1 p.m., but fuck that, because this cannot be allowed to stand. What is this? Here, I'll look this up real quick. Was not allowed to stand. September, fall, pumpkin, Halloween, sweater weather at Costco. I'm gonna shove this Christmas cheer so far up your ass, you will be coughing tinsel. Dude, what the fuck? Are you like absolutely fucking nuts? Dude, what the fuck? Why is this already here? Why is this shit here already? What the fuck? Okay, fuck you, Costco. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck that shit. Why? No. I literally would rather be stuck in a room for the rest of my life with this fucking freak than that. I know, Costco's supposed to be one of the good ones.
I'm getting owned by every single person, but let me tell you, it's actually fine. Things are going great. Let's take a look at what he's saying.
that's part of what it means. If you can't handle the heat, you stay out of the kitchen. And I'm running for president of the United States, so we're going to address any of these criticisms as they come out.
Oh, God.
One is this funny, relatively old, hackneyed one that they're pulling back out, that I somehow made a lot of money off of some failed Alzheimer's drug. Wrong.
Wrong. I actually didn't do that because it was kind of a working Alzheimer's drug. It wasn't failed. It kind of worked. Like, oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. So basically he's just going to be like not on the entire time. Is that what's about to happen?
You know, what is true is I did develop a drug for Alzheimer's disease. And like 99.7% of drugs that have ever been tested for Alzheimer's, thousands of other drugs, mine was one of the many that also didn't work. Now, the mythology is somehow that I made money off this failure. That's wrong. My company, Roivant, set up a subsidiary, Axevent, that Roivant could have sold shares in, that I could have sold shares in before that failure. We didn't. So how did I make my money then? Well, it turns out that I worked on a number of other medicines.
And I also worked on, getting bailouts, because I was able to, use that, other work, to essentially skip a lot of money on the top and be able to make money that way. So, yeah, that's actually how I did it.
5 of which are FDA approved today.
Did he actually develop any of that crap or just paid others? Yeah, what do you think?
Of course he paid others to do it.
What do you mean? He's not a doctor. He's not a pharmacologist or whatever. He's not a researcher. He's just a guy with money.
Pretty much.
He's as much a scientist as Elon Musk is an astronaut. It is so funny to me to see him legitimately overcome some of these classic
Wait, this is just a fun popcorn carving. What do we got? What's this fun? Whoa! My friend put a white pumpkin inside of an orange pumpkin. Dude, that's actually fucking cool, but really creepy at the same time. And I really approve of that.
That Republicans have been conditioned...
Between talking to this guy without being able to drive my foot through his face and being a store for Xmas decoration as well. Better to get that decoration shopping out of the way early. Oh my God, you're willing to go the other way around? Oh boy.
Primed to hate. 1, he's brown. That's a big deal. What's going on there? You love Allah or what? You want to change America to Sharia law? I don't want that. Okay, that's number 1. Number two.
Well, hold on there, Hassan, you Muslim. I tell you what there, brother. How, just because you got your own biases, don't mean that's what he is. He's one of them Hindu types. He's going to have one of those weird Eastern things going on. He ain't one of those Middle Eastern stuff. It's one of those more Far East things. It's something else. It's a Hindu thing. That's what it is, okay, brother? That's a different brown of another color.
The Silicon Valley big pharma guy. He's both gay and Silicon Valley because he wants to homify the nation, because that's what Silicon Valley does. They
give you like 10 minutes before you walk away from the convo of him covered in blood. Well, wouldn't that be me covered in blood, technically?
San Francisco values to the rest of America to do global homo. And he's also a big
global
pharma
homo
guy. So he's trying to, do global homo by vaccinating your children. And not only that, no, he's not gay. He's not actually gay. I'm saying, like, he's gay, brother. Like, that kind of, like, global homo.
He's a secret homosexual, just like a Bombay. Whose blood? Well, his, obviously.
He's got the Soros sponsorship. It's fucking wild to me that he is able to skirt along while having all of these things that would tank a Republican's candidate, as long as he says...
Dude, I didn't even know about Soros and Ramaswamy being connected. Bruh. It's only a matter of time before the Republicans find that out and ask him about that, and then he becomes an immediate Soros puppet on a GOP stage. As soon as that comes out, he's done. You know how a lot of these Republicans are about Soros money.
I love Trump's dick. I will ride it. I'll do...
That was such a random out of context from Hassan. I like Trump's dick. I like to ride on that hog.
On it, I'll do backflips on that dick, and then people are like, you know what? I don't really care about this. You know what I mean? It's fine. I didn't hear about it. I don't have an issue with it. All of these different aspects of Ramaswamy's background that would normally make him toxic to the conservative primary base of support can be avoided if you ride Trump's dick hard enough, which he is doing. Now, having said that, there's obviously a ceiling to how high he can fly. And now, the more conspiratorial machine in the right, and even mainstream right, is coming after him. Now, what he could do in that situation...
Does not get much love from Fox, and I know, at least in some part, a lot of it's because of his, quote, lack of experience and him being brown. So I kind of want to see some more of his video here. We kind of get the general gist about the dork and what the GOP kind of feel about him.
Kind of controversy if you don't do it like Trump, and it is very hard to do it like Trump. If you're embroiled in this controversy all the time, and you got fucking even Fox News ripping into you, you're gonna come across as unlikable.
Another lie that I've sort of been humored by floating around is this position that I'm somehow anti-Israel. That's just dead false and reflects the desperation of, frankly, some other candidates who feel like their fundraising might be lagging, and so they need to...
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, stick a jab like that, really? I mean, like, I don't really think any of that's false. They're not exactly very pro-Israel, which honestly is a rare good thing that is good about you, but that doesn't exactly make you good by any metric at all.
Attack me as a
In fact, if anything, it's just, I mean, you just say shit like that just so you can, garner more far-right, extreme, like, anti-Jewish type of, conservatives. So, fuck you anyway.
They seem to be doing. The fact of the matter is...
Think about it. If you ever said this about Trump, okay, in 2016, before he did all of these, like, insane things for Israel, he would have just been like, no, bye-bye, I love the Jews. The Jews love me. My money guys, they're the Jews. Only trust the Jews with the money. And then everyone would be like, yeah, he's right. Them Jews do know money.
They know how to do it. They're good accountants. I love them, brother. Dude, they honestly kind of would.
Everyone.
There might be, like, a few that might be like, well, that's just a fake Trump that, deep state's trying to push on us, and that's not what he actually would say. Because there are a few of them that have said shit like that before. Maybe not that context in mind, but there has been a few.
Attacking me and my opinion on Israel. They must be lacking in their fundraising. I love Israel. Like, no, man. No. Like, that's the difference. Do you understand what I'm saying? Trump is appealing to the regular old fucking Republican because he doesn't describe the genuine reasons as to why he feels a certain way. He just fucking says, I'm gonna fix the Russian war tomorrow in one day. Day one. I'm president. I give one phone call and
it's over. It's done. I will make it all work. I mean, that's honestly what Ramaswamy needs to really do a little more. He needs to learn from Trump on that front because he tries too much to try to explain shit, and yeah, it doesn't really work that well. Like, he's done this multiple fucking times, especially now that, you know, he's been more heavily challenged, and they certainly are on a level where they're just like, yeah, nah, I mean, we're not a big fan of you that much, Bush Brown.
Around and go, we actually need to set up an allegiance with Russia against the ever-present threat that China presents to the global hegemonic superpower that the United States is. It's like, you're not, what are you doing? What are you doing? You can't do it like that. That shit only works online, where all these like fucking weirdos are like, oh my god, Vivek, that's the guy, he's gonna do the Fourth Reich. But Indian style.
I mean, anyone who goes that far is a little silly. I mean, you know, like, yeah, I think he would, you know, try to instill more of a fascist kind of Republican rule, but I mean, I don't really think he would be that far with it. And besides, I don't even think he would get to that point anyway. Like, I mean, you know, it would be more likely he would, you know, be a kowtowy little lapdog, you know, to somebody else like Trump, you know, or DeSantis or anyone else really that, you know, would potentially make it. He certainly wouldn't.
You know what I mean? Like, no one else, there's no real interest or need
Fourth Reich Indian style,
from the regular basis of
relationship with Israel will be stronger by the end of my first term than it ever has been. Actually, I was just talking about my company. Turns out one of the founding investors in my company was actually...
I love how, like, every fucking person, you know, when it comes to politics, you know, when challenged about their Israel take, will pretty much say shit like that. It's like, oh, actually, by the end of my, you know, whole thing, you know, I'll have a better relationship with Israel than before, so fuck you, how about that?
Really firm. I'm going to lead Israel diplomatically into Abraham Accords 2.0 in my capacity as U.S.
What? What does that even mean? They already are doing that. Like, Zionism is an Abrahamic, like, order and idea and a philosophy. Like, what?
That'll be a diplomatic accomplishment.
He said, I love Israel. One of my investors is Israeli. I got a black friend, but even worse. Because now it's like, well, I got a black investor. Like, he couldn't even say he's got a Jewish friend. Vivek Ramaswamy is facing off against someone who he actually almost voted for in, like, 1994 or 2004. Back then, he was way more rotund, of course. I'm talking about Al Sharpton. But 21 minutes of Vivek Ramaswamy talking to Al Sharpton.
Come back to Politics Nation. According to a brand new...
Wait. This is Al oh my god. Wait, holy fuck. Dude, it all came in full circle. Holy shit. Dude, he's right. Oh my, you know, I don't think I've seen this one of Ramaswamy getting grilled. But honestly, all this time I didn't realize that this is the same Al. Oh my fucking god, I feel like an idiot. But honestly, I think it's just because, like, you know, back in the day, yeah, he was a little bit more of a beefcake. Now he's certainly a lot more skinnier than he used to. So it's like, I mean, I guess he kind of forgave me a little bit. I kind of remember him as being like a bigger guy.
Poll out today. The former president holds a whopping 46-point lead over Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. My next guest is also somewhere on that list, but with not that much, 5%. You know, he's somewhere on the list. I don't know who. I forget. I don't care. With 5%. Joining me now is 2024 president.
Dude, I wonder if Al Sharpton remembers him, you know, from back in the day, or, you know, or anything. I wonder if Vivek's gonna mention it.
What is this? DeSantis at 13, a whopping 13% points, and Haley at 8. Let me tell you something. Nikki Haley at 8%. If I'm Ron DeSantis, I'm trying to get as misogynistic as possible, as quickly as possible. As I've stated time and time again, the only thing that every other candidate right now, including Ramaswamy, is doing is eating away at the never Trump Republicans. And Ron DeSantis is supposed to be the leader of that cause. But
no one likes him because he's basically been ran by Nazis, at least, you know, the ones that he's openly been caught having. And, like, no one likes that. I mean, outside of his own weird Nazi base. So they're all just like, eh. Most of these anti-Trump Republicans are honestly, in a lot of ways, more moderate types. So they're not going to look at that and be persuaded. So all these other ones, you know, tend to be, you know, more moderate in nature. Especially Haley. Like, I remember on the first debate stage, she seemed like she had, for a Republican, not really the worst takes on some issues. I mean, the rest, some other issues like the Mexican border thing and stuff like that, like, she sounded just like the rest of them, like a fucking crazy, batshit insane, warmongering, blood god, sacrificial freak. So, I mean, so there's times where she just sounds like the rest of them. But there's been a few times where she kind of threw a curveball, of, like, I guess, moderation, so to speak. And, and I think, honestly, a lot of these more anti-Trump votes are more persuaded by positions like that, I think. And honestly, I think, from my gumption from how, like, how I felt about it after the first debate, seeing Nikki Haley that high up, and with Ramaswamy dragging slowly behind her, with DeSantis losing so much of support the way he is, it kind of tracks with what I've, kind of had to guess with what might be coming up here as of now, where Haley and Ramaswamy are kind of making it up, making some waves, especially Ramaswamy right now, and DeSantis just falling off the radar, just slowly but surely, and eventually it's just going to be at the bottom of the list at some point.
That will defend the interests of the party. Nikki Haley,
I mean, everything seems pretty consistent with that prediction so far.
is eating away at little Rhonda's market share right now in a dramatic fashion. Scary stuff for the Rhonda camp.
I want to start with comments you made repeatedly now, referring to Massachusetts Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley and author Ibram Kendi as, quote, grand wizards of the modern KKK. Now, I understand you differ with both of them politically and probably with me. But as a graduate of Harvard and Yale universities, I believe you must be aware the Ku Klux Klan is not a political party. It's a terrorist organization. Have you taken any time to reflect upon the possibility that comparing your political rivals to murderous terrorists might put their lives in danger at a time when hate crimes are on the rise?
So, Reverend Sharpton, I don't look at the world through political parties. Frankly,
well, evidently you do, you dipshit.
20 years since we last spoke.
Why didn't oh, I did mention it. But, I find it funny how he's like, I don't look at things for political parties. Then why are you running in one? Like, I mean, if you don't look at things like that, then why in the fuck are you running for a political party then, dumbass? Wouldn't you be running as an independent?
Part of the reason that I came to that event
He recognized it. 20 years ago, this man was like, why should I vote for you? You have no experience. Oh, how?
Wait, hold on. You know what? Hold on. I want to see his reaction to that.
You see, it's been 20 years since we last spoke, and part of the reason...
Oh, yeah, he nodded to that. He recognized that. Yeah, he actually remembered it. He's like, yeah, I do remember that. Like, yeah, he's straight, like, yeah, he remembers.
I came to that event
He recognized it. 20 years ago, this man was like, why should I vote for you? You have no experience. Oh, how the turntables.
How those tables have turned there, son.
Toxic about that old world view of organizations like the KKK, which have been a awful stain on our national history, is that they say that your skin color determines what you're allowed to say, what you're allowed to think. Well, you know what Ayanna Pressley said much more recently is that we don't want any more black faces that don't want to be a black voice. We don't want any more brown faces that don't want to be a brown voice.
I love that Vivek is literally like, no, it's racist to tell me that I can't defend white supremacy as a brown man. That's actually the true white supremacist take, is that as a brown guy, you can't clown on me for representing the interests of white guys. It's awesome. It's
because I know how they do it too. Like, I mean, because it happens so fucking often. Whereas, like, especially from like other white supremacist types, they'll be like, "Oh, what? You think they're all a monolith?" And it's like, no, we just think it's stupid for them to overtly, go against their own interests like that. Like by advocating for white supremacists, essentially. Like, that's pretty much it. I don't give a fuck if they're conservative or not. I mean, that's the main point. I mean, it would be for Ramaswamy or, like, Clarence Owens or whoever the fuck else. Like, honestly, I mean, it's like, it's not the problem that, they're not part of a monolith, even though, like, there isn't anyway in the first place. It's the fucking fact that, like, they openly advocate against not just their own interests, but the interests of, other black folk and shit. Like, that's basically the main problem. Like, it doesn't fucking matter if they happen to be conservative or some shit. It's the fact that they are so vocal against their own interests in such a way like that. And, to where it actually is overtly detrimental.
fucking funny take. I love that.
Voice. And so, yes, I do think there are echoes of a historical ugly racism in this country now showing up in new clothing.
To say we
And
don't
what I
want,
wanna lead us to as the next president
just a second.
is a
To say
united
that we do
nation
not want
where we
black
don't actually
voices,
judge each other on the
to
color of our
say
skin.
that is not going with sheets and burning crosses and lynching people. If she said something you disagree with,
the point I'm making,
you can.
This is, of course, the 2023 everyone's a liberal meme that I engage in regularly, which is not a meme, but basically a fucking cardinal rule at this point. I'm imagining in the Reconstruction era, I'm imagining like reactionary black former slaves who wanted to go back to a existence of like either defending sharecropping or like legitimately going back to like slavery because they had a better class position in comparison to other black people because they were inside of the house. Like those guys advocating to return back to chattel slavery, and then like the Ku Klux
Probably could have just narrowed it down by just saying Uncle Tom.
and saying
Like, that's basically is like the short summary of that.
criticizers that they are the real racists, like the KKK being like, you know what? He's right. The fact that you will not give him a black man, they wouldn't use black man, they use a different voice there, different term there, but the fact that you, the rest of you blacks, don't want to give him a voice is the real racist.
That's probably the most charitable way they would say it.
This is oh man, you're literally wearing a robe, like you're burning the cross. I don't know what you're talking about, I'm just expressing my freedom of speech, brother.
This is just me having an artistic expression, you know, deciding to wear a bunch of costumes. What are you talking about?
Are you? What power?
It's just theater expression. We're just doing theater play here.
Equate Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan with somebody saying something that you think is a little controversial, a little too far. Some of our relatives were terrorized by the Ku Klux Klan. I'm trying to get you to understand
I know
the
you're
pain
intellectually honest.
Bro, he's an MSNBC commentator. Like, are you even allowed to say that? Like, what are you saying? You're talking to an MSNBC commentator. Like, you're calling him intellectually honest? You're supposed to say the opposite.
Yeah, you're supposed to say he's dishonest.
And so I will remind you that Hakeem Jeffries drew analogies between Donald Trump and the Ku Klux Klan, and I don't think you had him on press.
Because, like, that's kind of accurate and what?
The same way.
Yeah, I wonder why. One, well, by the way, I don't even like Hakeem Jeffries, but one, he's black.
And also, like, by the way, didn't, like a former Grand Wizard actually endorse Trump, and Trump was asked about it, and he's like, oh yeah, whatever, I don't know. Yeah, people could endorse me, a lot of people endorse me.
Two, Donald Trump is...
Like, he straight shrugged it off. Like, I mean, he could have been like, oh, I don't know who that is, but if he is a Grand Wizard, then I don't accept his endorsement. Like, he could have played it dumb, but still not accept it. But he just played it dumb and still accepted it. It's like, what?
Analogous to the KKK. Many Republicans are. Many of them you are defending. This idea that, like, the fucking Klansmen are not very much deeply embedded in modern Republican Party politics is so stupid. What are you...
I mean, if anything, they've pretty much essentially become, like, kind of a, you know, a merchandise scam at this point. At least these days, because a lot of the more, like, sarcastic, terroristic, like, extreme elements of what the KKK is pretty much now, like, you know, ascended into these other groups like the Oath Keepers, 3%ers, the Proud Boys, etc. Like, I mean, essentially, like a lot of, you know, what, you know, the KKK is now, essentially just like merchandising off of their history at this point of what the fuck they used to be. So, you know, they still do a lot of their meetings and their LARPs and shit like that, but, you know, a lot of the more militant extreme elements of these guys, you know, all, you know, essentially are in other groups and shit. And of course, you know, they're not, you know, wearing their fucking robes there. You know, but they still have, like, you know, a uniform of sorts. I mean, we've seen plenty of them with their little stupid get-ups, you know, the Proud Boys or Oath Keepers and all sort of shit.
About why do we always have to sit here and act like the reality in front of our fucking eyes is just not real? Like, whenever I hear Tedward Rafael Cruz talk about, like, you know, the real Klans is actually the Democrats, and it's like, you defended the Confederacy last week. You said that they have to have their monuments up.
And also, I love it how no one can just, like, on the right ever acknowledge that a party switch was a thing. Like, I mean, like, because I've heard this point so many fucking times that it drives me nuts. Like, because I know enough about the party switch shit that like it's just beating a drum like dead to the point where it's broken down beyond repair. Like, I mean, it's just so fucking ridiculous. It's like, it's such an obvious, overt, major pinnacle point of like American political history, and yet none of them ever want to fucking acknowledge it. It's like, Jesus Christ. It's like, oh, well, Democrats, it's like, well, guess what? Yeah, that's back when they were pretty much like the far-right conservatives at the time. Which, who are they now? Oh, yeah, Republicans. Because, oh, yeah, there was a thing called a party switch. Ugh, I hate
people attacking them.
It frustrates me so much with shit like this.
Or whatever. Like, you can't, on the one fucking hand, unironically defend the Confederates. Notice that the people voting for you in the fucking voting booths are wearing...
Which also Dixiecrats, which happened to, a lot of them fled to the Republican Party after that party switch, by the way, because that's in some part how that happened, was because a lot of the more racist Dixiecrats, decided to become Republicans. Because of the party, like, that was a part of the whole party switch. Like,
Confederate garb, the flags and whatnot, have it as their bumper stickers on their fucking cars, and then simultaneously be like, well, the Democrats are the real ones who are defending the Klan, or the Democrats are the ones who are defending the Confederacy. It's like, it's so stupid. What I hate the most is, in order to engage with a lot of conservative politics, you have to dumb yourself down. Like, in order to even understand the arguments that they're trying to make, or why those arguments are actually relevant, or why those arguments actually make sense, you have to literally take a fucking pan and slam your head with it. You're just like
well, I've done that many times, just being frustrated by these fucks, and yeah, that's pretty much just how it feels.
Out of your fucking ears and eyes and nose, and a big chunk of your brain has like fallen out of your fucking earlobes. That's
yeah, basically just like a self-sustained lobotomy, where you just like, just like smack your head just enough times to where, yeah, enough of the brain just leaks out of the ears.
Then, can you just be like, all right, you know what? I get it. I understand where you're coming from, Ted. Thank you. At the top of the hour, there is a 3-minute ad break. Republicans...
Now kiss my ass while I drink this beer ever so silent like a bitch.
Their powers...
I love how he basically, like, sipped it, but, like, he, like, tried to make it, like, slosh around enough so it foamed up, but he barely drank anything out of it. He, like, kind of, like, splashed it so, like, a little bit, like, hit his lips and then a little went in his mouth, but that was about it.
Been dwindling for years. They're just scrounging up support from wherever they can, even if it's racist, crazies, and dumbasses. I mean, Republicans have always tapped into the racist, crazies, and dumbasses market. If anything, their power is currently seemingly dwindling because they're in a bind here where in order to make it out of the primary, you have to be as crazy as possible, but in order to win the general, you can't go too crazy. I do believe that there is an endless need to keep pushing the boundaries, right? And in a country where reactionaries are not given anything to react to, they have to keep pressing the issue over and over again because they don't have anything to claw back. If the Democrats actually did what they are supposed to, what they claim they want to do, improving material conditions, genuinely advocating for social progress, creating checks and boundaries, to ensure that social progress doesn't go away, then Republicans would react to that and try to desperately claw that back. When there is no new thing that they can get mad at because of the...
I mean, if anything, honestly, this is kind of making me frustrated about Democrats in a way. Because, like, I mean, I guess in a sense it would give Republicans more of a legitimate scapegoat to go after. And I guess in a way, Democrats, at least the more establishment liberal ones, don't want to, like, give them that out, I guess, or something. But the thing is, like, they're already doing that anyway. Like, I mean, when it comes to, like, going after teachers' unions and education and all this other shit. Like, I mean, when it came to Walter Matheson video we were looking at earlier, like, I mean, like, a lot of them, were pretty mixed on some issues, but there was a few of them that they were all essentially unanimous on. And destroying the Department of Education and gutting education, trying to bust teachers' unions, like all these, things like that. And like when it comes to like, queer and wokeness and all sort of shit, like this seems to be like a very major fucking thing that at least the more crazy side, is very adamant about. And it's, it certainly is kind of like hard to walk the tightrope with that and shit, on the Republican side when it comes to trying to deal with that crazy. But the Democrats could easily use this opportunity to be like, hey, look, there's a lot of people on the Republican voter base and on the Republican Party that wants to dismantle all these things that, are very important. Here, we're going to advocate policies that, not just strengthen teachers' unions, but unions across the board. We're going to, have policies that heavily invest in our education, blah, blah, blah. And, and it will give a sense of legitimacy to the whole, like, indoctrination or whatever the fuck, even though there still isn't any going on, but at least then there's something to vote for and show, like, well, hey, the reason why they're freaking the fuck out is because they're making things better. Like, instead of just things continue to stagnate and, and pretty much have something to go against instead of having something to vote for.
They're basically polite conservatives in many respects. You end up being the guy who pushes the needle forward. And what are you going to push for? You're going to push for culture war issues. First, it's like, we just don't want teenagers to get hormone blockers or whatever. And then it goes into, actually, we don't want adults to get any kind of elective surgery as well.
And then also, on top of that, was just also trying to abolish the Department of Education.
We just decided that it's illegal to be trans, or it's illegal to be a doctor that is, like, giving gender-affirming care to trans
or abortions.
people specifically. Not cis people, of course. Cis people get gender-affirming care all the fucking time, I myself included. I literally have a fucking subscription where I get hormone blockers, a prostate medication for my fucking hairline, but that's perfectly fine and dandy. Joe Rogan himself, a transphobic person, literally does TRT, testosterone replacement therapy. It is HRT. HRT is hormone replacement therapy. So
which testosterone is.
Remember, all of that stuff is perfectly fine and dandy, okay? It's just not fine when trans people are engaging in it, because...
Which is so insane to me. Like... which also just shows how much the hysteria is, like, beyond comical and ridiculous in the first place. Because the idea that, like, of these different treatments and things that cis people can get are just, whether cosmetically or necessary for their health and shit, are totally taken for granted or totally fine. For some ungodly reason, if someone wants to do gender-affirming care with those same type of treatments and shit, then... especially the far right and puritanical prudes and, anti-queer types and trans bigots all suddenly want to, like, scream, till, like, their heart gives out about, like, how insane, or abhorrent or degenerate that shit is. Even though, like, it's already been considered to take granted, for, like, literally anybody else and everybody else on this issue.
Acceptable, right? We've been geared to get mad at that. The point is, if there isn't any protections on the Democratic side, protections that the Democrats run on and claim that they're going to engage in, but never end up engaging in, then Republicans don't have anything to fucking advocate against, so they just have to do their own thing. They have to be the ones leading the conversation, because they do. In the United States of America, Republicans do run the government, they do run the conversation. It does not matter. They are doing that from a losing position all the time. Make no mistake, this wave of anti-trans legislation, or this wave of, for example, abortion restrictions, the criminalization of abortion.
Here, let's look at this. Rifle locker room, fancy use sport bans, which have exploded from 2021, which honestly I guarantee you this is like way more, since then. And then what's the other one? Restrictions to gender medical care, and then other. So probably other random shit. And what was over? Yeah. Oh. 4 ways, 4 ways to change it. Well, okay, yeah. But pretty much, just the different outcomes of all these things.
A Democratic Party.
Which also the Roe v. Wade thing, it's like, that one is honestly even more insanely stupid, because, like, that could have been codified in a law, like, even if that was, overturned by the Supreme Court. And it still hasn't, really, for the most part, if I think at all. Like, and that's why, all these different states are able to just, like, continuously, push for all this type of shit. It hasn't even been proposed at all. Like, I thought there was, like, attempt to maybe propose it in, like, legislation or something, but it just never went anywhere. But I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it hasn't even been attempted on that fucking front. Like, so whatever happens in trying to protect abortion rights, I guess outside state by state, we see it on that level, but on a national level, not really.
Even when they're losing, they're actually still the ones pushing the narrative. They're actually still the ones making gains politically. So in the absence of liberals actually doing anything to protect people, all they have left is to push the boundaries further and further. And the more they push, and the more they actually act out on those legislative desires, or act out on those desires from the most radical components in their fucking base base of support, the more evil they look. That is the crisis of conflict internally within the Republican Party today. Democrats don't do enough. So in the absence of that, Republicans have to find something to claw back. And what are they clawing back? They're clawing back protections that were set forth for decades at this point. They're clawing back civil liberties in an effort to appease some of the most important bases of support that they've had for years and years.
Let me first play you.
Which, in a way, is, like he's been saying, is backfiring. But the problem, he's kind of hasn't super heavily addressed is the fact that, like, Democrats, haven't really given anything for people to vote for, at least on a national level. Especially when it comes to trying to challenge a lot of these fucking issues. Because, like, the Republicans, even though it's backfiring on them in a lot of ways, are still making, those type of waves, in the states that they have control over, like in Florida, Texas, and et cetera, et cetera. Like, I mean, they make these fucking waves and shit, and yet, like, at least on a national level, and like, nothing really seems to be done to actually fundamentally address it besides, like, hey, we're not that bad as them.
The tape of you and I 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Good. Let's get to my question. Go ahead. Reverend Sharpton, hello. I'm Vivek, and I want to ask you, last week on the show we had Senator Kerry. And
the old clip,
week,
dude.
And the week before we had Senator Edwards. And my question for you is, of all the Democratic candidates out there, why should I vote for the one with the least political experience?
Well, you shouldn't, because I have the most political experience.
Chat falling for the classic meme. He didn't have hair. He was just hiding it. It's a classic move. I even do it as well. Luckily, my hairline is nowhere near as bad as Vivek's, but come on, chat. Those are strategic bangs. Exactly. Come on.
Involved in the political movement when I was.
I mean, doesn't really have like bald hair going on.
I've been involved in social policy for the last 30 years. So don't confuse people that have a job
Put it back on.
political experience.
I mean, yeah, his hair looks... Oh, wait, yep. It's a lot more faded right there in the front. Yep. Strategic, dude.
So 20 years later...
Oh, my God, dude. His smile is so unnerving. He had it then 20 years ago, and he still got it now. God, dude, that, like... I'm gonna slowly fillet you like a fish alive look is so fucking creepy, man. Like, he honestly does have a look of, like, some sort of, like, Machiavellian, like, serial killer doctor or some shit, dude. It's kind of freaky.
I turn to ask you, of all the Republicans...
Oh, my God, that laugh. That... Oh, my God! That did not help, invalidate my point. That proved it. Oh, my God. That helped validate it even more. Oh, my God. That was so fucking creepy. Holy shit.
Candidates out there.
Man, there's something about that fucker, like, that really just rubs me the wrong way, man. There's something about it. Like, I swear to God, if, like, there was, like, a raid on his house, you would find, like, some fucking bodies in the wall, dude. I swear to God. Like, you would actually find corpses he's been, hiding for, like, the last, like, 2 decades, hiding in his fucking walls, dude.
Why should someone vote for you? You support Donald Trump, who never held office until he...
The tables are turned with the question. Hey, why should someone vote for you, Sharpton? 20 years later, Sharpton to Vivek. Why should someone vote for you, bitch?
Well, you putting a different standard on me, but I won't even make the racial application there. Why should we vote for you?
Listen, at the age of 18, I think you persuaded me on that one, that political experience is not the same as holding office. To tell you the truth, the reason I came out...
Oh, my God. Oh, shit. He's trying to throw that at him. It's like, oh, I think I was influenced by you, so you're the one who made me do this. Oh, my God. He's trying to, like, blame Sharpton for this. Oh, my God. Even he caught it. He's like, hold up. No, I didn't.
And I was intrigued.
I put out right-wing press that Sharpton converted a young... Well, I don't want to take credit for
To believe outside of political experience, I'm going to tell you the truth. One of the things, I'll even give you one more for you, okay?
I feel like Vivek is so uncompromising in, like, putting on a television persona, anytime he's doing, like, media hits, that the one time that he is, like, emoting, he's still emoting by just doing more of the same, like, well, let me tell you. And
which is why I feel like he's a serial killer. Like, he really has, like, some fucking Bundy vibes or something, dude.
There is no shot that this plays well to just like regular normies. I mean,
yeah, because honestly, like, it's just one of those things. Like, you know, like have like some sort of sadistic Machiavellian like serial killer doctor, you know, like persona just given to him, you know, and let him have that like, oh well, howdy do there, buddy. It's like, yeah, tell me I'm wrong, because I'm not. Because that's the immediate vibe I've been getting from him ever since he's really been more prominent on the national stage. And I swear to God, dude, he's hiding bodies or something, dude. He has murdered some people.
Matter. Not a lot of Republican primary voters are
allegedly. Obviously, I can't claim he obviously did. I mean, but I'm going to at least, you know, allege, you know, that he has done that, because, oh my God, the vibes about that guy really just eke me, dude.
But
it's just one of those things where you just have the gut feeling where it's like, yeah, he's killed people. He's hiding them in his basement or something.
Like, well, let me tell you what you got wrong here, okay, Al? Like, when you do that, it's like, you're not charming. You're just, like, annoying. Everyone can see your fucking weird-ass, like, salesman voice. It doesn't matter. He's running for VP, not Pete. Brother, there is 0% chance that someone whose last name is Ramaswamy is going to be featured next to the last name Trump. He's at most, if he's lucky, getting, like, insanely, unimaginably lucky, maybe getting a cabinet position, but even then, he's most...
I mean, he's certainly, like, at worst getting cabinet position, and at best, probably getting VP. So he's really going to get to the options there, which for him is still going to be good. Like, so... I don't know. He knows what he's shooting for, and honestly, that's what makes it a little unnerving to me, is because, like, you know, he kind of knows what he's doing in a sense of, like, you know, he knows what he's trying to shoot for. He's trying to shoot for, like, kind of the broad, like, I want to be in administration somewhere, hopefully VP, but anywhere will do. Like, especially, like, you know, the higher up I am in the administration, you know, levels, the better. Like, that's what he's trying to do. Like, you know, and like I said, if he could try to be VP, he absolutely fucking would.
Not getting a cabinet position. He wants probably Department of Education. He wants to be Education Secretary. But he's most likely not even getting that. He's most likely getting another Andrew Yang style. He'll get a book deal and a media job where they'll bring him around to be the defender of Donald Trump. That isn't in a way that...
I guess that would be the ultimate worst case scenario for him, where he just, you know, gets a media job or something, which I don't see. Like, I mean, I do see him, you know, potentially being in the cabinet or in a position somewhere. I mean, maybe on the lower ends, but he's going to be in there somewhere, I feel like. I mean, if, you know, Trump were to, you know, potentially win 2024, which I don't know, or, you know, honestly, I doubt. At least as it stands right now, but, I mean, who fucking knows, honestly. I mean, at least as it stands concurrently. I ain't gonna, you know, make a strong prediction one way or another on that one, at least right now.
Very frustrating to liberals, but in a way that's like content. You know what I mean? That's it. I think this is a calculated guy. I don't think he thinks he's getting the VP position.
I feel like he's gonna try to shoot for the, you know, VP position in a sense of like he's gonna shoot for Pluto, but expect the moon. You know, it's like it's kind of the whole idea of shoot for the stars and reach for the moon. Like, basically, it's like, you know, I think he's doing that. Like, he's going to try to reach for a VP position, but he kind of expects and knows he might get something a little lesser. Like, you know, the moon, you know, or Mars or some shit. Like, you know, it's one of those things where I think he's going to try to shoot for that, but he probably won't get it. I know Trump's been pretty consistent about wanting a female for, you know, like a woman for VP at this point. So it's just like, you know, like Marjorie or Carrie Lake or Nikki Haley, you know, are viable possibilities. Like, considering, you know, the debate stages right now, I feel like, you know, Trump might do Haley. Or, if anything, maybe Carrie Lake. I mean, you know, I know a lot of people mentioned Carrie Lake as a possibility. I think even Trump's mentioned that as a possibility. And Carrie Lake has been, like, sniffing Trump's asshole, you know, for quite a while in hopes that he might do that. So, it's a possibility, but I feel like someone on that debate stage, and if he wants a female for VP, that's going to probably be Haley. You know, it's like, I just feel like someone on the debate stage is going to be that. Because, in a way, you know, it's a perfect time for Trump to potentially, you know, kind of, you know, hear the case of, like, you know, maybe one of those people potentially being the VP spot. Because I like, you know, I think some of them recognize that they're not going to be able to be president, so they're just going to try to do that to be a VP.
He's possibly getting the Department of Education position.
Ramaswamy and Haley are certainly those people that recognize that.
NBC.
I remember when it's like, hey, if Trump was the nominee, will you support him? Ramaswamy and Nikki Haley were like the first two to immediately have their hands up, pretty much damn near immediately. So it's Ramaswamy very quickly, like he pretty much had his hand up before the question was even done, like because he understood the question. And Haley, like, not even a second later, had her hand up. So it's like they were the first two to have their hands up on that one. So it's like that's basically like an advertisement Trump be like, hey, pick me as VP. That's basically what it means. Like anyone who dragged on and delayed afterwards, or from that, is pretty much like to Trump's mind, it's like, they're not loyal enough. They struggled. They were considering and whether or not to even support me in the first place. They weren't, loyal, just like Ramaswamy and Haley, where they had their hands up immediately. Like, I mean, that's how he's going to view it. So, I mean, if you think I'm wrong, go look back. That's pretty much how it was. Especially, like, I mean, even Christie at some point had his hand up, like, near the last second, So it's like, even he recognizes that he would have to, bend his knee and, and... I think, who was it, like, Hutchinson or some shit? One of the forgettable fuckwits were the only, like, I think it was, like, only one person that didn't raise his hand. I think it's one of the forgettable ones.
Is reporting that you were once a recipient of a fellowship for immigrants and children of immigrants from the Soros Foundation. You were awarded the fellowship in 2011
oh, shit.
to support your
Got yourself some Soros money there, buddy.
studies at Yale Law School. And the issue is that you, the child of Indian immigrants, are now accusing some immigrants of carrying out an invasion of the United States. Soros helped you through college. Explain all of this.
Oh, my God. Okay, I love the way you phrased that. Soros paid for your college. What do you say about that? I love that framing because he knows the right is going to eat that up. Oh, dude, Al Sharpton's actually pretty... Oh, shit, I didn't even bother looking at him. Oh, my God. He looks like Gus Fring is like... Yes. You will not be eliminated. Dude, he just... Oh, my God. He has, like, this Gus Fring, like, mob boss look on him right there, dude. Holy shit. He just, like, dropped a bomb on his ass with the way he, phrased that. In a sense where it's just like he knew the right and like the Republicans were gonna like eat the fuck up out of that. Just like slurp that up like some fresh dank ass ramen, dude. Like he knew what the fuck he was doing, fat. And the way he just like has this like Gus Fring like just look on him. Oh my God, dude. Hell yeah. I actually kind of like the way you phrased that. That was good. That was like some Chad shit right there, dude. Hold on, I gotta like see that like kind of lead up to it.
An invasion of the United States. Soros helped you through college. Explain all
Come
this.
on.
Oh my God. Holy shit. He's like, explain yourself. Oh, dude, that was like some mob boss shit that he just did right there. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh my God, that was awesome. Dude, that was like a fucking flex.
You know what's really kind of funny about this? That you draw a distinction between legal and illegal immigrants like it doesn't exist. And I think that's a major problem in this country. I think that we need to use our own military.
Wait, so George Soros is only helping legal immigration? Okay, got it. Thanks, man. You should definitely say that a lot more on the Republican trail.
You say we run the country with a nation of laws and that we ought to follow the laws. Then how can you and your colleagues stand on a debate stage and say that you would endorse and support for president a man if he was convicted of breaking the law and a felony in Donald Trump?
First of all, I'm running to be the next president, and I expect to be the next president because...
Yeah, no you don't. Fuck off.
...reunite this country in a way that we badly need. But I have made a pledge to be on that debate stage, and I intend to keep it, because I think the way we do things in the United States of America is that the people of this country get to decide who governs.
He's trying to do his own version of Trump mannerisms, I just noticed. Like, he's not doing, like, Trump mannerisms, but he's doing his own, like... He's almost like doing this like plea fucking mannerism, like let's all he's like pleading to the people to like we must unite. Like he's doing his own version of it. Like he is kind of like calculative with what he's doing because he really is got like this Trumpian style to him for sure, but like it's just too much of like this weird like Machiavellian serial killer car salesman vibe on him that is just like not appealing.
administrative police state. So for better or worse, if it's a guy I disagree with or a guy I agree with.
Oh, shut the hell about police state, dude. Like, you would love to have a fucking police state to go after the left. So shut up. Oh my god.
In this case, Donald Trump, I do agree with most of his policies.
The question
either way,
you all
you gotta follow the
was
Constitution.
if he was
You have to follow the
convicted
Constitution.
of a crime.
Well, guess what? Trump didn't, so fuck off. Why do you think they're going after him, dumbass?
My favorite has been in this interview so far when Vivek Ramaswamy deadass said George Soros is like.
Oh my god, Kaya. Oh my god, check get the little fluffy chow chow, dude. Oh my god, look at that big fluffy little mutt.
Pro-immigration.
Look at that fluff ball. She is so huge, dude.
A recipient of is actually good because it's only given to legal immigrants. You can't, on the one hand, be a Rethuglican, a Trump-supporting Rethuglican, and then on the other hand, turn around and be like, and the George Soros grant was perfectly fine because I'm a legal immigrant. Like, you think Republicans make that distinction? Brother.
No. I mean, they're gonna hear the Soros, like, buddy part, and they're gonna be like, what? They're gonna think like you're some secret, like, George Soros Jewish deep state puppet just on that virtue alone. They already think random ass protesters like me are Soros puppets, you know, getting checks to do protests for fuck's sake. So it's like, which I never got, by the way. Wish I did. But, it's, you know, it's like, I mean, you know, hey, you know, it's like if they're gonna go that far, I mean, they're gonna definitely think for this.
Depending on what level of racism they're operating on, they quite literally...
Talking to Briskesses, man, I'll be on around an hour of a drink. That's either epic or cringe, you know, in between. Oh, shit. What type of drink you got going on? Just curious.
George Soros, as a Jewish person, is doing this to dismantle the Western supremacy. Like, what are we talking about? Therein lies the fucking problem with Vivek as a guy who wants to be like a Trump guy, while simultaneously being like a World Economic Forum billionaire lib for...
Surprise, but it will have vodka. All right. I'll accept this surprise.
His fucking life.
Do you believe... Let me ask you this.
I will admit, I don't know if you were in here earlier, but you missed Al Sharpton doing like some mafioso like boss move shit, where he like phrased this whole thing about Ramaswamy being an immigrant getting Soros money. It was actually pretty fucking great.
Have both been cute.
I don't know if you've seen Breaking Bad, but like he almost looked like Gus Fring, where he was just like, you know, just had like this look of like, I have thought, you know, and could, you know, decided to eliminate you, but I will not show this to you immediately. I have now a stoic face. But no, in due time, you will be done.
Conspiracy theories. Do you believe Barack Obama was born in the United States, and do you think it was appropriate for Trump to suggest to otherwise, even as evidence mounted, that the claim was a lie?
I think I have every reason to believe Obama was born in the U.S., and I have never brought up that issue, and I have no idea why we're actually discussing that. But what I have talked about...
I guess that's good. I guess he doesn't give a fuck about that.
...is, for example, Saudi Arabia was absolutely involved in 9/11.
Oh my god, whoa! Holy shit, that's random. Like, it's like... It's, you know, Sharpton's just like... Sharpton's really got like some Gus Fring energy, you know, on this interview, honestly. I'm just honestly realizing, I think this entire interview, like, Al Sharpton's kind of got, like, this Gus Fring energy going on. I love it. I honestly do generally love it. It's great. But, like, I mean, anyway, but I love how, like, he asked about, like, hey, you know, do you, you know, believe Trump on this whole, like, Obama being, like, a Kenyan, you know, citizen, whatever the fucking blah, 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 blah. And, which also Kenya wasn't even a country when Obama was born, so, I mean, that couldn't even be a possibility or even a thing in the first place, but whatever. It's known as British Kenya, not the Republic of Kenya. But either way, like, I mean, you know, like, you know, he asked him about that, you know, and all that shit. And he's like, well, I don't know why we're discussing that, which fair enough. And then he just literally comes out of nowhere of like, Saudi Arabia did 9/11. Like, whoa. I mean, you know what? I don't even inherently disagree with that, by the way. But, you know, like, but, I mean, what a random thing to bring up out of nowhere.
That our government refused to acknowledge it. That COVID-19 did originate in a lab in China.
Oh, fuck off. Oh, God. I don't even think there's, like, proof of that. I think, like, the whole idea of it being an outbreak probably started due to it being released from a lab, not intentionally, from what I understand. But, you know, potentially accidentally because someone was a dumbass and didn't properly, like, sanitize themselves and shit like that or whatever the fuck. And decontaminate and blah, blah, blah. Because, like, basically... okay, from what I understand about this one, is that, like, that lab essentially, collects different COVID viruses and different viruses and stuff like that, from different regions, in the area, in the region, and in the country, and basically do study and research on them and shit like that, and one of, and of course, even though they're in, like, sanitized and, like, isolated environments, I mean, they still have a possibility to mutate and adapt and change and evolve a little bit, right? So I'm assuming, and my Occam's Razor's guess would be, like, while having one of those, viruses there and shit, one of them leaked out a little bit and got contaminated with somebody, and they didn't get properly desanitized or decontaminated, or was overtly just straight infected with it and got sick, and was incubated with it and not knowing or realizing that yet, and thus spread it from there. Like, honestly, I mean, it's not like it was created there. Like, if anything, they probably had it there to study it and shit like that. Not to, like, intentionally release it or some shit. That's just a fucking insane. Like, shit, like, because, first of all, if they were going to intentionally release it, why do it in their fucking backyard of that lab? Like, literally, like, less than a mile away. Why would they do that? That doesn't make fucking sense. And also, I think actually I've heard, like, there's another strong plausible theory that it actually originates directly from the market next to the lab itself. So maybe, it could have been a possibility that, like, there was more of a dormant coronavirus that, was already there that eventually did just evolve and mutate that became Corona-19 or COVID-19 and shit. Like, I mean, there's multiple very strong plausible theories, but, none of it is, it was created in a lab. None of it's that.
The fact that our government...
Because there's no evidence for that.
...called that a conspiracy theory, that we still haven't seen the transgender shooter...
It is kind of funny that he's trying to debate...
Oh, is he mentioning the fucking trans shooter shit? Oh, fuck you, Vivek. Piece of shit. Like, and also the reason why, like, the police never released that quote-unquote manifesto, because, like, the police have stated that it's basically like a disjointed diary. Like, just a diary of, like, a kid's, just, like, struggling, problemed mind. I mean, there's a lot of random shit that didn't necessarily have, like, a concise, plan or point or anything. It was just a bunch of rambling. It was just like a ramble diary of a, broken, struggling kid, basically. I mean, there was nothing really, like... specific, that could have been pointed out that it was a manifesto. Like, that's the reason why the cops never bothered to release it. Like, and like, because they stated that it just wasn't a manifesto. It was just, like, disjointed ramblings of, a very mentally broken person. Like, I mean, at least in that one. I mean, one of the rare cases where it is, a case of, like, strong mental health factors and a lot of other factors that led to that case. But either way, the fact that, those situations still happen, in the, anyway, is still a fucking problem, whether they're trans or not. And the fact that they are trans doesn't have anything to do with it. Like, even though the far right and conservatives want to make it out to be, because they did it at a like Christian school or something. Like, I mean, and I think the main reason why is because, like, they initially were going to go to, like, a store, but then last second changed their mind and left. And decided to go to the school instead for whatever reason, which was the school they went to. So maybe, like, if I were to take a random guess, I'm assuming, like, they probably thought, I had a lot of problems at that school. There was a lot of abuse, this and that. It kind of led to how I feel. Fuck, I'm going there instead. If I had to take a random hunch, I don't know all the deets to it, but I had just take a guess. But either way, it's still fucked. And, there's a way to stop those type of things from happening. And it's to, like, reach out to those fucking people before they start getting to the point where they want to act on that type of shit. I mean, like, that's at least, step one, I would argue. And step two, obviously, make sure that accessibility to firearms and stuff is restricted. And it's also step 3, like, you know, addressing the ideological problems of caste terrorism with Nazism and fascism. Because a lot of these mass shootings happen to be predominantly done by right-wing fascists or Nazis. Like, just overtly. The last shooting, you know, that happened at Jacksonville, that was a literal fucking Nazi. I mean, it's at that point, that ain't the gun that is the problem. It's Nazism that's the fucking problem at that point. Like, I mean, you know, like, I mean, because if that person wasn't so heavily delved into Nazistic ideology, frankly, that guy probably wouldn't have been doing a mass shooting. But he was so hell-bent on Nazistic, you know, beliefs and racist dogma, it was so indoctrinated and groomed into those beliefs that he decided to act on that shit. And that's also, and he also was able to get a gun after being, you know, institutionalized too. So, you know, that type of loophole needs to be closed up too as well. I mean, you know, without like, you know, hardcore, you know, major screenings, you know, to show that you're, you know, like, mentally sound and shit, you know, but if that's the case, then probably not. Plenty of, you know, things that need to be addressed with it, but it's like at certain points, like, it's getting to the rate where it's not really necessarily, you know, like, just this or that, or the guns, or this, or whatever the fuck. It's a lot of fucking factors that no one just wants to actually fucking address, and when people do, it's more or less just as a talking point to avoid the actual root of a lot of these issues. Like, if it's Nazism or these right-wing sarcastic terrorists that do this shit, or I guess overt terrorists when it comes to the shootings, it's like the right wing will always, you know, say, oh, it's just like, you know, it's just like, you know, mental illness and this and that. And it's like, and if, you know, if it's like school shootings, it's like, oh, we need to just ban guns and this and that. It's like, you know, it's like, hey, why don't we actually, like, kind of, like, look at, you know, genuinely, you know, the mental health factor. Let's look at ideology, you know, to a certain extent. Let's look at, like, you know, obviously, you know, a balanced approach at, you know, accessibility of firearms and shit. There's a, you know, and I think if we could address those things, then we'll see a pretty, you know, major dip in a lot of these problems, I would think. At least when it comes to the mass shooting aspect of things. Because like I said, like, the majority of mass shootings that happen come from a lot of these, you know, predominantly from white, racist, domestic, like, fascist terrorist types. Like the one in Jacksonville, that guy was literally just an overt fucking Nazi. That's just not hyperbole. His gun was literally painted, like, all over the place with fucking swastikas. At that point, the gun ain't the problem. It's the fact that the swastikas all over the gun is the problem. His ideology is the problem at that point. Yeah, people with said ideology have access to that. That's the issue. And they're just able to have it willy-nilly. Though people like Ramaswamy would never ever fucking mention that shit, but oh, let's talk about like the trans manifesto that never was released, or whatever the fuck. The legal definition of mass shooting involves 5 or more victims, etc. I thought the legal definition was 3 or more victims. I mean, either way, it's a pretty it's a pretty small number, but you are technically right, though. I mean, you know, like, when it comes to mass shootings, most people just kind of, you know, refer to it as, like, you know, just, like, these type of situations where people, you know, one shooter goes after a mass of people and shit. Like, usually people refer to stuff like that as just broadly gun violence or gang violence and stuff like that. But, I mean, yeah, technically speaking, I mean, those are also mass shootings. Especially considering there's a lot of guns, you know, going on and shit. This background violence barely makes local news at 3 a.m. Well, you're lucky. Around here, like, a lot of right-wing chuds and NIMBY types and liberals love to fucking bitch and moan about it around here. I mean, granted, I would argue that there is issues with that for sure, but they just want to basically be like, have more cops to sweep these things and have these people locked up. Like, I mean, like, basically just, like, you know, give cops more money and more, like, abilities to do whatever they want so they can just, like, treat the problem, you know, as they see fit. Like, that's basically how they want to treat it. Instead of actually, you know, trying to solve the problem.
Sharpton on, like, black issues, you know what I mean? You might not agree with him, you might think he's a charlatan, you might think he does not look as hot as he used to when he was more rotund.
People use him for violent crime, in violent crimes to sell. Well, yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with that. I mean, if you're someone who's used, any weapon, especially a gun in a violent crime, then yeah, you don't get your gun rights. You lose that shit. I mean, like, there's, as far as I'm concerned, like, no really ifs, ands, or buts on that one.
But like,
I mean, honestly, for the most part, unless you're like one of these weird libertarian right-wing freakos, like you're gonna type from a cold dead hands, like amosexual Second Amendment freaks, like, I mean, that should be kind of like a standard, I think. Like, yeah, obviously, if you've been in a violent crime, or have used a weapon in a violent crime and shit, then you probably shouldn't have a fucking gun at all. I mean, the only time I can maybe make an exception and maybe have like a rehabilitative program and stuff where it's like you've like 20 years down the line, you've shown and proven over those 20 years that you've rehabilitated or some shit like that. But I mean, that would be kind of a rare situation. Feels like punch down. That's still a big problem in many places. I mean, it is. I mean, it's just that obviously there's a proper way to address those things. Where it's like, trying to, like address the, aspect of recidivization, like how a lot of those people that, are in gangs and stuff tend to also be people, that have, got a history in being in the prison system as well. Or at least, are very well familiar with it if they haven't directly been a part of it and shit. I mean, and also just the fact of poverty where there's no opportunities or, other things, that they could do as, like, distractions in themselves. Like, having different parks or, like, structures or, like, different little, like, sports fields, like a baseball field or a basketball field, tennis court, some shit like that, whatever the fuck. I mean, because a lot of these different things, including something as benign, like, you would think, like a park that has a few, like, basketball courts and a baseball field or some shit like that. Like, things like that generally make somewhat of a big difference. Like, places that, are more impoverished that, get revitalized in a way where they, get more parks put in place and shit like that, do notice a dip in different things, like when it comes to crime and shit. Because it kind of gives at least an outlet, especially for a lot of younger kids or younger adults, to go do something else, like go play basketball or play some baseball or some shit like that or whatever the fuck. And to go hang out at a park and, play with their friends there or something like that instead of, like, roaming around the street and fucking off and getting fights with, like, the, neighborhood kids, from across town or some shit because of, like, some game bullshit, whatever the fuck. Where that type of shit can genuinely, lead to actual criminal violent shit. And it does. Makes a huge difference not being in general poverty, having an education center. I mean, that definitely makes a huge difference as well. Like, because that's another variable to it. I mean, because, like, having all these aspects, that get compounded, into someone's life, when, they're trying, especially growing up, when they're, like, a teenager or a young adult, like, it adds just that much more of a likelihood to end up in a situation where they end up in that type of, level of violence or, end up in that type of, element of culture and shit in a way. So they can support themselves legally when they leave prison. Yeah. Or at least, have things like, like trade school education, stuff like that. I mean, absolutely. Like, they're, because at least at one part, especially to kind of help, like re-solidify a lot of these things, like when it comes to, like, having, like the dad, be back in the home, or, especially when it comes to trying to get them back on their feet and stuff like that, and even have a basic education. Like, there's a way to, have a lot of these, like, type of people and shit, which obviously not all these folks are, black folks shit, or like, Latinos too. I've known plenty of white people that have been in very similar, situations, like this as well that I'm talking about. So, I mean, obviously you can, you see a lot of these type of problems, so, in like black or Latino communities in America, but just saying, it's across the board in a lot of ways. And, and having an outlet, like if someone is in prison, because of some, because they fucked up or, got with the wrong crowd, I mean, shit happens. It's like to be able to, have an outlet instead of just like throwing them in a cage and just like hoping they just change once they leave, ain't gonna do shit. Like, you actually have to provide some sort of an outlet, while they're, in there to be able to be rehabilitated so they can be integrated back into society. Like, because fundamentally, that's kind of what's supposed to be the point of it. It's not just to, you know, like, have just paid locked up. It's supposed to, like, you know, be like, hey, you know, you're in here to do the time for the crime and shit, but, you know, once you get back out, you can get back on your feet and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's kind of the whole idea, but the entire American prison system is just fundamentally built against that at this point. Or arguably a form of torture. I mean, arguably. I'd say they are, depending on where you live. I mean, because, you know, like, most prisons in this country practically are torture to a certain extent. Maybe not overt torture, like, you know, water torture or some shit like that, or whatever the fuck, right? But, like, it's, you know, I mean, it's certainly a form of it, especially at least emotional, psychological. I mean, just because of, like, you know, of how they, you know, in some ways purposely have the conditions in these prisons. I mean, there's the whole, like, Fulton County case, you know, and in some part, you know, like, when it comes to Chinese water torture. No, I just kind of mean, like, waterboarding or, you know, and shit like that. You know, or, yeah, but Chinese water torture, too. But, yeah, I mean, you know, just whatever, like, extreme form of torture. I mean, most American prisons aren't obviously, like, that extreme. Well, I mean, maybe they are. I mean, but, like, but, you know, like, like I said, a lot of it's mostly, like, a form of psychological, like, mental torture and shit. Just because a lot of the conditions, you know, of, you know, these type of places. Like I said, like, I mean, the Fulton County one, like, there was, like, you know, a black guy that was, like, pretty much, like, you know, beaten and brutalized and shit because he died in a cell, like, a bunch, and with how bad the conditions were, like, a bunch, you know, like, bugs basically, like, ate him the fuck up and shit. I mean, I mean, that type of shit is just, like, I mean, you know, just, like, insane, knowing that that type of stuff does happen in prisons. Right to hire prostitutes from that prison, like a control visit, for example, or should they be able to do it whenever they want, assume prostitution was legal? I mean, I wouldn't necessarily be against it. I mean, there would have to be very strict, like, parameters around that, obviously. I mean, hypothetical, obviously, assume prostitution was legal. So, like, you know, with that in mind, I mean, I'm sure. But there would have to be, like I said, like, a very specific, like, you know, type of, like, strictness around that. That would reduce rape in prison, probably. But I think also just having, like, you know, other outlets, you know, that could be available as well. You know, like, you know, maybe, like, you know, having, like, a personal form of internet access or, you know, or something like that where if they want, you know, in their cell, they can look up something on the hub or whatever the fuck. I mean, you know, like, I wouldn't necessarily be against shit like that either. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm open to the idea of having outlets, you know, so there's escapism just in general for prisoners, you know, because they shouldn't just be sitting there bored out of their fucking ass, because that is why a lot of things like, you know, fights, rape, stuff like that, and assault and shit, like, a lot of these things happen because, like, they just don't have anything to distract themselves with, so they start, you know, getting angsty and, you know, start fucking with each other and shit, and obviously that leads to a lot of fucking insane shit. I mean, they're in prison after all. I mean, no. I mean, I wouldn't really be exactly on that board. And besides, people that, like, are into shit like that don't survive long in prison. I guess unless you're trying to, like, you know, imply that, like, you know, some prisoners will be caught, you know, by other inmates looking at that shit and will have unfortunate ends, unless you're applying that. So then, but because, like I said, you know, child abusers in prison usually don't last long. After Trump gets caught with... Well, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, dude, that motherfucker hung out with Epstein. Like, Trump was with Epstein and shit. Like, I mean, he, like, not just with him and stuff, but, like, buddies with him. So you know goddamn well that motherfucker was, you know, probably got some shit. He's probably got like some old pictures and videos from back in his old, like, you know, fucking Epstein days. If anything, I wouldn't be shocked. It's all fun, guys, till the molester is your cellmate, then you'll get molested. Well, unless you're that, I forgot his name, but you know that one dude who killed a PDF file and who happened to be a cellmate because that guy admitted to it? Like, I mean, unless you're that guy. I love it when Trump claimed Trump was actually... Wait, really? There are Trumpists that have said that? Trump was actually agent to take Epstein down and free the children? Oh my god, no way. Have you seen an actual, like, video clip or something? I want to hear that. I've never heard of that one before. No way. They just usually deny it or pretend it wasn't even a thing or something. Or be like, oh, well, that was him back in the day. He's different now. When you bring up Epstein ties. Now, like, really? Like, from my, you know, from what I've always heard, you know, like, they will always be like, oh, well, that was like back when he was a Democrat. He's changed now at this point. He's different. He's seen the light and blah, 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 blah. Like, I hear shit like that. I've never heard that. That's generally new to me. It's either that or they just don't acknowledge it and just, like, avoid it. I mean, so that dead ass is actually new. I'm unless I just let it go because I mean all their other shit is so insane I don't have time to absorb that one. I have no fucking idea, but like I know this much though. Like it seems new to me. I just don't. An agent? Oh my god. Trump's cathartic for them, still support him no matter what. Well, yeah, because they treat him like a god. Like, a lot of them do treat it somewhat like a religion, almost. I mean, so, like, I mean, at this rate, I mean, you know, it's almost like a fucking religion, you know, for some of these people. I mean, maybe not a majority of them, but, I mean, for a good chunk of them, it has become that. And it's become, like, you know, him becoming, like, the second savior, or, like, their new savior. I mean, and also in a way, like, I mean, a lot of them have even said that Jesus is too liberal, and it's like, we don't got time for that bullshit. I mean, so it's like at a point where they don't even see Jesus as their savior anymore. They literally will look at Trump as, like, more trustworthy than that at this point. So for a good amount of them, that it really generally is the case. A secular religion, if they weren't so, like, genuinely religious, I mean, I'd probably say that, but they honestly are. I mean, they are overtly religious. I mean, they're not really secular because they want to instill, like a really major, like, kind of a, at least Christian style, like, religious doctrine on society. I mean, so it's not really a secular religion. It certainly is, like, an overt, like, spiritual religious style thing. It's just like an offshoot of Christianity at this point. Like, I kind of struggle to even want to call it Christianity at this point because, like, the Trump cult, you know, despite, you know, most of them being, you know, Christians initially at this point, have, like, taken, you know, various different things about Christianity and just, like, put Trump in placement of either God or Jesus or as, like, a prophet. You know, like, they've kind of instilled him as, like, you know, a part of, like, that broader faith, you know. It's kind of like how, you know, like Mormonism or some shit's a thing, right? Like, it's just like, I mean, I generally think this is going to be an actual, like, offshoot of Christianity at this point. Like, legitimately. Like, I mean, yeah, honestly, I feel like Trumpism is here to stay, and it's going to be fucking annoying. Because, I mean, it is going to be a genuine religion for some of these people. Like an actual fucking religion, especially once he's dead. Once he croaks, oh my god, we're never gonna hear the end of it. Mr. McConnell stalled his brain. Is it the one where they asked him about re-election, or is it a new one? Did he stall again, or is it the one I already know about? Because the more that happens, the more closer he is to death. And honestly, can he die already? Like, I want there to be a moment where he freezes on stage and he just actually fucking collapses, and that's actually the moment where he dies. I mean, you know, like, legitimately. Like, I mean, I want to see that. I want to be like, you know, we see the footage of him just like, so, Mitch McConnell, blah, 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 blah. And then he'd be like, well, I was... And then he just, like, fucking collapses, you know, like a rag doll and just falls. Dude, dude, oh my god, I would actually laugh. I would genuinely laugh. I would actually laugh. Honestly, like, I remember on the last Leftist Mafia where, like, Mike, David Dole, and Matt Bender, like, a bunch of, you know, some, like, you know, some of these, like, you know, lefties and shit, you know, they got their own podcast, but I remember Mike Figueredo on their show mentioning, like, yeah, if Mitch McConnell dies, I'll actually be doing the crab dance and, like, celebrating, not giving a fuck, you know, I'll be probably drinking a little bit. I don't give a fuck, dude. I mean, good. Die. Like, I want him to die. I'll be cathartic. I'll piss on his grave. Like, he didn't give a fuck, dude. Mike Figueredo was going hard. It was pretty fucking funny, honestly. I mean, you know, while David Dole and Matt Bender were taking the high road, David's like, well, look, I kind of almost feel bad for him if it wasn't for a piece of shit that he was, but if it was my grandma, I would feel bad, so I kind of have a little empathy because of stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. And Matt Bender was like, well, I'm not going to say I'm okay with it, and I'm not going to be against it, you know, whatever happens, happens. Yeah, I'll just put that out there. And he just left it at that. I'm just like, you fuck. You know, it's like, is Mike Figueredo, like, the only one not giving a fuck on, you know, all gas, no brakes? Like, the only one who's honest enough to just say, like, the true feelings of what everyone feels? But he was, pretty much. He even says, like, am I a bad person for this? And pretty much, like, everyone in the chat and some people were even like, no, you're not. It's understandable. Because it is. And agreeable. Is going to live on forever like Dick Cheney. Dude, if Mitch McConnell lives forever like Dick Cheney, I don't know if I can finish that. Drink it. What's up, Fred Durst? What's up, man? Feeling any better from you being sick? Who's Andrew? He was my roommate, remember? We nicknamed him Fred Durst when he was hanging out here, because Venom thought he looked like Fred Durst, so that was his nickname. You should change your YouTube name to just Fred Durst at this point. Or just like Andrew Fred Durst Sen or something. Instead of like Sen, it'd be like Sin. Yeah, better. That's good. Oh shit, damn, I remember. Yeah, I mean, well, we never really, like, you know, openly, you know, said his name and shit. We just always were like, yeah, we always just nicknamed him Fred Durst because Venom just said, is that Fred Durst? And it just stuck ever since. Johnny Sims. Yeah, just call yourself Andrew Fred Durst Sims, dude. Or Johnny Sins, yeah. It's my YouTube, yeah. Well, you could, I think there's a way if you go on, like, your edit profile, you could, like, change it, so it doesn't necessarily have to be a real name. So you could change it to something different. I probably wouldn't want to change it to Fred Durst, because some people on YouTube would be like, if you make a comment on YouTube, it'd be like, wait, is that actually Fred Durst? Some people might be confused. You'll be like, wait, what the hell? Is that actually him? Here. Here, let's see if I can find a funny thing. Alright, here we go. Here. Gotta pull something up here. Pull something up for funny. Well, see, there we go. Cool. Sweet. Here. Let's look at British people try to enlighten themselves with American food. Because why not? Didn't check out too much of the onion nuggets today, but it looks like they kind of did somewhat of a shorter one. They usually do like 5+ hours, but it looks like they did it for one this time. Guess not a lot of people decide shield today. Fix it later. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying do it now. I'm just saying for future reference or something. But here, let's look at fucking these limey fucking Brits. Beat this, just like potentially, I'm assuming disgusted by the enlightenment of American food. Because the British suck. You're gonna see my patriotism and my American flag waving on this one.
What? They eat fucking beans on toast?
They do, and it's disgusting. Why would they do that?
And their beans suck, by the way. their beans are not even real fucking beans, alright? They're just floating around in ketchup.
It's literally just kidney beans and ketchup on, like, toast that isn't even buttered. I mean, it's like, I mean, you know what? I bet if I Americanized the fuck out of that, it'd probably be bomb as fuck. But it's British, so it sucks. Like, because honestly, here's how you can Americanize it and make it good. Like, you get, you know, a nice, you know, it's like French breads. Cut that fucker diagonally and get a nice, like, long, you know, like, slice, right? You know, let that be, like, your toasted bread. You know, set that aside, you know, and you want to get, like, a nice, like, melted butter garlic glaze. And you want that to be like your butter, you know, to butter your toast up with, you know, once you get that, you know, toasted up and shit. So, you know, put that off to the side so you can do that. Obviously, you're going to need to make sure that you get, you know, some, you know, beans and shit. And I wouldn't do just like fuck kidney beans. I would like, you know, do like a little bean mix. Like I'd do like, you know, a little bit of kidney. I'd do a little bit of pinto. I'd do a little bit of black bean. You know, I'll put a little bit of mixture of some beans in there. You know, gotta have a little variety. And then, you know, instead of some ketchup, like, I mean, let's do, you know, like fucking, you know, like a nice little barbecue glaze almost, you know, something like that. You know, so I'm thinking like, you know, maybe like a honey barbecue almost or some shit, or, you know, like a hickory, like, type of barbecue, or maybe like almost like a sweet and spicy barbecue or something like that. I mean, you know, like, I mean, I guess if you want to maybe, like, not as savory, maybe you can have, and maybe somewhat acidic, I guess ketchup works, but I mean, I wouldn't do just straight up regular ketchup. I would get, like, you know, almost like a marinara like you would put for, like, a fucking spaghetti almost, but a little bit more runny like ketchup. You know, like, that's, like, something I would fucking do. But, personally, I would go for maybe the barbecue option. And then, you know, once you get that shit kind of going and glistening and being all nice and dank, then, you know, you get that butter, you know, you get that toast going a little bit, and then you get the glaze, you know, on either end. And then you get one side extra glazed up, and then you put all that nice delicious beans and barbecue / ketchup, whatever your option, you know, and just, you know, put it nice and lather that son of a bitch on top of it. I mean, that might be fucking good. You know, and then also, you want to put a little salt and pepper, maybe a little garlic powder or onion powder on top of that, you know, just to add a little, like, garnish of seasoning. See, that sounds like it'd be fucking good a little bit. I mean, it wouldn't be my first go-to, but for something that's kind of a quick, little, easy meal, I mean, I'd fucking do something like that. But, see, it's Americanized, and that sounds good. I mean, having, like, just kidney beans, ketchup, and just, like, bland toast of nothing else, like, fuck that. That's what I say.
And ketchup, and put that shit on a piece of toast and think that's a fucking meal, okay?
It's an embarrassment.
These people don't know jack shit about jack shit.
Hey, what, are you disagreeing? Are you secretly a British agent?
British people try biscuits and gravy, sure.
My experience of American food, sometimes there's strange ingredients, so when I try something new, I get a bit nervous in case it might kill me.
Wait, are you saying that American food might kill you? I mean, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, the poshness is really gonna, okay.
The saddest looking plate of biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, I just took a quick glance at that.
It might kill me.
What dude, where's the salt and pepper? Where's, like, the bits of sauce? Dude, this is supposed to be biscuits and gravy? This looks pathetic. Like, that's not even fit for a fucking Denny's, dude.
The saddest looking plate of
dude, that shit looks sad, bro.
History is supposed to be representative of biscuits and gravy.
Like
so
that crazy, strange ingredient called seasoning.
What seasoning? BuzzFeed has fucking fucked us on this because they made some
Dude, BuzzFeed did. Dude, like, who is their cook on BuzzFeed because they fucked up biscuits and gravy with bacon? Oh my god, yes. Oh, you know what? Hold on. You know, I think I did see a little bit there. Yeah, it looks like they might have had like a bit, like a piece or two of bacon in there, but it's like literally a bit or two. It's like, boo, that's bullshit. Like, I mean, dude, BuzzFeed got, you know, they fuck these Brits on like what true biscuits and gravy look like, dude. I've had better looking biscuits and gravy from the local fucking pub that I play pool at down the street, for fuck's sake. Like my bar food level biscuits and gravy look better than this.
Fucked us on this because they made some.
And yes, I eat that at night while I play pool at like, you know, 11 o'clock in the evening when I'm hanging out with the homies playing pool. Yeah, I'll literally have biscuits gravy. I don't give a shit.
Look at this fucking biscuits gravy they made. Yeah, they took some fucking store-bought crappy biscuits and put some fucking non-seasoned white gravy.
How much you want to bet they probably had like one of those like powdered pre-made like gravy packets where all you have to do is add water and butter and that was it. And then they got like, yeah, like the like Pillsbury like biscuits that you bake in the oven, like in those little tubes. Dude, I bet BuzzFeed did that shit. Oh my god, I bet that's what they did. Oh my god, they couldn't even make this shit dude, it's not hard to make this shit from scratch. Even, I can grant maybe, like, you know, getting the biscuits, you know, like, you know, the Pillsbury things, because, I mean, they can be okay. I mean, you know, as long as you don't overcook them, you know, like, actually having a little extra crisp on the, you know, outer edges, you know, for me personally is okay, so maybe, like, an extra 2 minutes, you know, in the oven for me personally is alright, but not too much more. But, like, for the gravy, though, that's not hard to make. It's actually pretty easy to do, like... I've made, like, biscuits and gravy with, like, the breakfast sausage-style gravy and shit. Like, dude, that shit's easy to make. It's not that much. Yeah, it's not that much either. Like, actually, it'd probably be cheaper to, like, make it from scratch than buy, like, the pre-packets and the Pillsbury shit. I mean, honestly, I mean, I'm just being blunt with that one, because some of the ingredients to make the biscuits you could use to make the fucking gravy. So, it's like, I mean, it's just so dumb. Like, I mean... And honestly, BuzzFeed's got a fuckload of money. Okay, you know that. Like, I mean, so, like, I mean, because they're a news outlet / like, you know, media, you know, thing, you know. So it's like they can easily, you know, hire, you know, a chef that knows what they're doing to make this shit from scratch and stuff. You know, they could fork over like $1,000 to do that or something like that, pay a chef. Like, they could have easily done something like that. But instead, they cheaped out and fucked these Brits, and now they're probably gonna, you know, be extra shitty and have a dumbass opinion that's gonna get my goat. Oh boy, oh no.
Where's even the, I mean, is there even any sausage in this fucking gravy? I see like
I mean, there's like maybe there's like right there, maybe right there, there's like literally like a couple pieces of bacon and that's it. Like, they probably had, like, you know, those bacon bits and, like, did, like, you know, they put a little in their hand and, like, bloop, and plopped it on there. Like, you gotta, like, you know, like, you gotta, like, you know, put that shit loaded with that shit, son. Like, you gotta put a bunch of bacon on that bad boy. I mean, you've seen how I season shit and put, you know, things when I cook stuff, right? Like, I season the fuck out of shit. I mean, this thing will be, like, this thing would be more seasoning than gravy by the time I fucking am done making this shit. I mean, but with how much I season stuff.
Little pieces, maybe?
This is sad.
Looks like shit.
Dude, that shit honestly does look sad. I mean, like, I would be like, yo, where's the rest of that shit? I'd like, put this back on the fucking burner. We're cooking this a little more. Where's your seasonings? All right, cool. I'm going to maybe put some diced onions, saute these bad boys a little bit. You know, do that quickly. You know, plop those bad boys in there. Get a little bit of bacon, you know, add those in there really quick. You know, like, I would be doing, like, quick doctoring, you know, and quick, like, you know, emergency surgery work, chef style. And then I'll be like, all right, fuck these plates. Get them out of here. All right, you know, give them this. You know, it might be a little overdone because I had to do emergency surgery, but you know what? It would definitely be better than this.
There's no pepper on it. Where's the fucking pepper?
I know, like, it's such a key ingredient to biscuits and gravy is salt and pepper, and there's none of it on there.
Biscuits and gravy sounds exceptionally weird. Biscuit in England...
Well, because you're fucking weird. You're Brits. Like, biscuits to you are cookies. You don't call them cookies, you call them biscuits. Because you're all fucking weird. You've butchered the English language even though you all codified it, so congratulations.
Basically a cookie, and gravy is usually what you...
Okay, so it's not a cookie. Shocking that...
Yeah, wow.
There's different words for different things. What do they call it? What do they call it? They call a cookie a biscuit. They call chips crisps.
When you and me cook. Dude, when you and me cook, yeah, dude, we were like a fucking power duo when it came to cooking and shit. We, like, went to town on, like, you know, make some fucking feasts.
Potatoes or roast dinner. So biscuits and gravy and
roast dinner.
A roast dinner.
They put out mashed potatoes or roast dinner, TJ. You don't put gravy on a biscuit. That's like putting on a cookie.
Honestly, it looks like sick.
It looks like sick. It looks like disgustingness, I say.
It's like sick. Yeah, maybe if you fucking been gargling cum all night.
Gargling
Island is the shittiest fucking food in your.
You gargle so much like nut that you just puke it. Oh God. Oh.
What if I have puked many times. I've never looked down the toilet and seen a bunch of white fucking puke. Shit.
I would actually be scared if that happened. If I, like, you know, puked and there was like white mucus and shit that came, I would actually be scared. I'd be like, oh God, what the fuck? Oh no. Like, I would immediately go to hospital being like, oh no, like, freak the fuck out. Like, cause that would be such a weird thing that I've never experienced that would actually fucking probably traumatize me. Like, I mean, that would be scary. Like, how did that guy be like, oh, this looks like sick puke or something, I say? It's like, I mean, huh? I mean, if puke looks like that, go to the emergency and get checked out. Like, that's scary.
It looks like sick. It doesn't look like sick. It's fucking white. What are you doing? Are you just fucking down in horse cum all night or something?
Oh my God!
Fuck you. It looks like shit.
Fucking Brits.
I'll fucking show you sick, bitch.
It looks like a cake with carbonara sauce on it.
It smells like car tires.
Alright, that's biscuit.
Oh my God, alright. Gulag with that one. It smells like car tires. Well, guess what? You were bred by car tires. How about that, you fucking limey Brit? Okay, the Revolutionary American Independence War of me is coming out.
Gravy does not smell like car tires. No, I mean, sometimes.
You know what? Tricorn's coming out, baby. Okay, well, my fanny pack decided to fall. But whatever, fuck it. I mean, this guy was buried underneath it. I didn't want to do that. There we go. Right, Revolutionary War 2, Electric Boogaloo. Let's go, baby.
Smell a little like a car tire, you know. I want some.
Yeah, car tire comment made this hat come out. We're going. Let's go.
Talking nonsense.
What the fuck is that pussy shit? Eat it like a man, bro. Like, Tricorn? Hell yeah, dude. A tactical tricorn. Has a way I can put patches on it. It's actually got this little guy on it. So, if I wanted to, I could put, like, you know, small patch right here or right there and stuff like that.
Smell a little like a car tire, you know. I want some. Talking nonsense. Yeah, that's a real...
That bitch right there, dude. Like, oh, let me try to, like, you know, taste it, see if it's even remotely edible. Which it is. Limey Brit.
Yeah,
you wouldn't know what flavor hit you. It's like you wouldn't know what real food or flavor was if it hit you in the ass, you fucking Brits, okay? And you're scared of biscuits and gravy. Like, oh my God.
Split second.
See, at least she just went, dude, she decided to go all in, dude.
Oh
my gosh, this is fucking trash.
Well,
give me some brains and toes.
It doesn't taste like anything, really.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like anything because BuzzFeed gave you some fucking garbage ass.
Yeah, they gave you like the British version of biscuits and gravy. Like, I mean, my lord, they gave you like the worst version of it. I mean, and they're all like getting repulsed over like the most simplest thing. Wow. And you have beans on toast as like one of your main staples. Supposed to eat still around. Yeah, they're still around.
Old biscuits and gravy. It's like, is it good? It's rubbish.
That's so salty.
It's like you know that spray.
That's so vulgar. Like, what the fuck? How can biscuits and gravy be vulgar?
Spray you can like add to things. It's like someone just went like all over it.
But I don't mind the gravy. It's creamy.
Yeah, if you just have the sauce on its own, it just tastes like a really cheap microwave pasta dish. But then
a pasta dish? Where in the fuck do you get pasta in any of this, you weird lady? Oh my God.
Ignore that 90% of it.
Pasta dish?
A pasta? Traditional dish of British food sucks are any alcohols into desserts. Yeah, because the desserts are the only good thing worth a fuck, because everything else is unfortunately, you know, horribly bland. and the alcohol is to fucking cope with the fact that they have shitty food. So, and the only thing they have to look forward to is dessert. So, I mean, that makes sense.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The gravy reminds me of like a pasta dish, or so I say. It's like, oh my god, I hate that dude. Man, there's like something about British culture and British people that, like, not always, obviously, hashtag not all, but like, I mean, like, it seems like, especially on like on a more, like, I guess, internet sphere with stuff like this, there's something about Brits that just irk the fuck out of me, dude. I mean, I think their sense of smugness, and like their sense of like, oh my god, this is vulgar, this is rubbish, ugh, you know, they wouldn't even know what real food was, blah, 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 I think it's just their fucking utter, repugnant, smug, condescending attitude that they have on the rest of the world, especially America, dude. I mean, and look, I get it. America's got problems. We're fucked up in a lot of ways. I get it. But, hey, England, in a lot of ways, you ain't really no better. So, it's like, shut up. It's like, we whooped your ass once, and you had to beg for us for help multiple times, you know, in all sorts of different wars after the fact. After whooped your ass, like, not just once, but, like, twice and a few other times during, you know, like, you know, going to the Pacific around the fuck. So, it's like, I mean, hey, don't test us over here, okay? We whooped your ass and we ain't afraid to do it again. In fact, the fucking, you know, country that's got the biggest fucking navy ain't the Brits anymore, so, who's got, like, you know, God's Navy now, huh? Dude, British are, like, the only ones who will make me, like, utterly, like, not just patriotic, but nationalistic, dude. Dude, the Brits are gonna be the only ones who ever get that shit out of me, man. I mean, that and, like, domestic Nazis in the U.S. Like, they're, like, besides them, the Brits are the only ones that get me this way. Because it's like, holy shit, dude.
Speak English.
I mean, I'm actually being a little facetious, and, like, I don't mean this literally. Like, it's all in fun and jokes. Like, I'm not actually being literal. I hope this is obvious. But, I mean, still, like, I mean, I like to have fun with it, you know? A lot of it's just more or less joshing around. TLDR, I'm being satirical. Educate people like intellectuals, scientists. Well, I mean, I do associate the accent with smugness. I mean, I said it earlier. I mean, I will be honest with that. I mean, if there's a little truth, what I was saying is, like, you know, Brits being kind of smug, condescending, and having, like, this, like, I'm better than you attitude. Like, I do kind of believe that a little bit. So at least for your second point, I mean, I was kind of, I said that earlier. I mean, in a way. I mean, with the movie villain thing, I mean, yeah, I can see that. But also it can be for protagonists, like, you know, for characters like James Bond, too. So, in a way, that could kind of go either way, depending on the accent. Like the British-style accents. It could be like, yes, I say, like, it could kind of be more villainous, or it could be like, yes, I am Bond, you know, like, kind of like a more, like, still kind of, you know, more reserved, you know, type of accent, you know. So, depending on the style of the British accent, that could kind of go two ways. But, and for the third point, yeah, like, especially for, like, a lot of American junk folks in the South, like, you know, they basically will associate anyone that has a nice British accent, you know, that might parrot their same ideas as, like, oh, they're just an intellectual verse, I say. You know, so, I mean, and, yeah, I mean, honestly, all three of those make absolutely perfect sense, and I think are parroted in reality in a lot of ways. I mean, hell, I confirmed at least the second point myself.
Man, it's also you put on a pasta. It's not like anything. What fucking pasta would you put that on? It BuzzFeed.
I mean, I guess see kind of like some sausage gravy being made into pasta. I mean, I don't know. Maybe like an angel hair or like spaghetti style pasta or like fettuccine style pasta. I don't know. I mean, I can see, you know, I can see hypothetically like sausage gravy being used for a pasta dish personally. I mean, I wouldn't, like, if that's literally the only thing I have is, like, you know, some pasta and I don't have biscuits, I mean, I would experiment. I'd do it. Fuck it. Why not? Like, I'd honestly would do that shit. But, like, I mean, it wouldn't be my first go-to, though. I mean, I'm obviously going to go for the biscuits if I have those.
In fairness,
or at least a way to make them.
Fucks, this is not real biscuits and gravy. They need to come down to the South to get some real biscuits and gravy.
Hey, man. I had some real biscuit and gravy, especially down south, I tell you what.
Is the gone-off sponge. It's not disgusting.
A sponge?
I don't hate it.
Did she just say it's like a sponge?
And I can see it probably fills you up if you're hungry, like student food.
Maybe
Student food? I want to slap you, silly.
Student food.
Americans would like it. I don't think English people would ever enjoy this, especially at breakfast.
We call these...
Yeah, because I guess you're too conditioned to enjoy the bland-ass ketchup and beans on your toast.
That kind of...
Fucking... We call these scones. We call them biscuits, stupid fuck. They're not fucking called scones, dipshit. The fuck kind of retarded...
If they call that scones, okay. I want to slap you, silly. You deserve to get slapped, silly. And especially you, because, the moment where all the other ladies took their bite and it showed you were pussying it out more than everyone else. You're like, And then, at least, half the ladies were like, oh. A few of them were like, a few of them were, kind of testing it, but a few of them just didn't give a fuck. They just went for it. But you were just, the worst of them all. You were like, sticking your tongue out, scared, it's gonna fucking, poison you, it's, cyanide in there or some shit.
Country are you running over there? No.
Oh my, yes, dude. These British people need to go to the South. To some, small fucking random obscure town in, Mississippi or some shit. That's, a population of, 1,000. Goes to, the local, bar and grill that's in town. And they have to get, their biscuits and gravy cooked by, legit, yes, a 400-pound black Pentecostal reverend, blues guitarist, black man that is nicknamed the Holy Reverend of the Bubba Gut. Yes. But, yes. That's how you know they will get some true biscuits and gravy, because there'll be no biscuits and gravy like no other if they were made by a man like that. Absolutely, dude. His main job is, being the cook, but on Sundays, he's a Pentecostal reverend who's also a blues guitarist. So he's, doing 3 jobs at once. So you know what? Hard-working man, and he puts his love, blood, sweat, and tears all into those biscuits and gravy, into the music, and into his faith. So that's a man that, you could trust when it comes to the food, and the music, too. Potentially. The faith, I don't give a fuck about. But you know what? Hey, more power to him.
What the fuck do you eat on a regular basis, dude? That, maybe the BuzzFeed version of this, but BuzzFeed does not know what the
It's also a postmaster of the town of a population of 5. Yeah, the next town over, that's got a population of 5, 10 miles down the road, dude.
Even that shitty-ass looking BuzzFeed biscuits and gravy is too good for these limey fucking cocksuckers. That's probably the best thing these motherfuckers will ever eat in their whole damn lives. We bailed these motherfuckers out in World War II, and they're too goddamn stupid to realize that.
Can't forget that, Scotty.
I don't know about this. Bring me some little beans on toast.
I say beans
and
toast.
You put jam and cream on them.
England has a lot of strength.
Well, guess what? The, gravy can, be a form of the cream, because guess what? There's cream that you make the gravy with. Oh my god.
Foods that we think are normal, and just coming out to America, I
quit trying to be a diplomat.
Oh my gosh, she's trying to be a diplomat. No, fuck you. Yeah, no. So, yeah, there are things in America that seem normal, but here they're not, that I can understand, blah, blah, blah. It's no. No. You had to steal other cultures' food to try to make up for the fact your food sucks, okay? The best food you got is curry, and you stole that, okay? So, give me a break.
Okay? Fuck off with that. You don't have a fucking array of nasty ass.
At least, the cultures that came to America just, brought the food over and it's hey, here's food. And we're like, hell yeah, let's make it better. And we made it better. You literally you motherfuckers stole your shit, so fuck you.
Foods that suck balls. The only food that you guys even have that's even
Again, obviously I'm being a little facetious.
Remotely tolerable. Fish and chips.
Having a satire wrapped around all my,
I'd say about a good, 40% of the time, that shit's not even made all that well. Yeah, there's a couple of fish and chips that are pretty good.
Tikka masala, Indian food adapted to the Western palate. I mean, to be fair, tikka masala is actually pretty good, but... if you go for genuine, Indian food, that shit is just as, if not even more banging, dude. That shit's even more fire. Legit. I mean, so, it kind of validates my point a little bit. I could get some tikka masala, I'm alright at that. But, it's just, an adaptation of you know, that type of stuff. I'm assuming that's like, what, is that the Brits again? Or is that at least, you know, more of an Americanized version? So recognizable to most Indian restaurants in America. Yeah, I mean, you might get lucky and have like, you know, like a food truck or something like that, you know, ran by an Indian family that, you know, immigrated and like actually brings a lot of like their like cultural cuisine, or at least as much as they can from it, you know, and like sells at like the food trucks and stuff. You, at least in places like, you know, in the PDX, you know, area or stuff like that, you might be able to find, you know, like a few like Indian style food trucks that, or just other ethnic food trucks that are more like genuine to like those type of cuisines. But, you know, in a way, they're kind of few and far between to an extent, because obviously a lot of, you know, restaurants or food trucks or any food service in general is always going to have kind of this underlying Americanization, you know, to it. But, I mean, it's not, like, impossible, though. It's just kind of hard to find. You just kind of have nowhere to look. Chicken Timbers, I was offended Scotland at a hotel, I believe. In Scotland. So it was like, so it wasn't necessarily the British, but the Scottish. Damn it, Scotland, I thought better of you. But you know what, at least Tip Masala, I will grant, at least Tip Masala is alright, but, I mean, come on. Like, really, Scotland, I thought at least a little better of you. If anything, I'm going to just, you know, give the pass that they try to copy America more so than the Brits on that one. Because, like I said, tikka masala can actually be pretty good. Great Britain's an island. I know, but I mean British as in, like, England. You know, because there's technically, like, the English and then the Welsh and the Scottish. I mean, so... And also, I guess, depending on who you talk to, they see Scotland as an independent country or, like, you know, advocate for their independence and stuff like that, because I know there's a Scottish independence movement. So some people do generally recognize Scotland as being some separate country, or at least want to advocate for that. So, I mean, I guess depending on how you perceive that, I guess it could change. You know, it depends, I guess, but, I mean, I'm okay with the idea of Scotland being its own country, I guess. I think don't most of them want to? I don't remember if that or not. I do remember there was like a referendum to see if like Scotland wanted to see, but I think it was like really close, but it failed. So, I mean, but I don't remember that too much. I remember it happened at some point. I think it was like before or like somewhere around the Brexit time. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that right now because I'm pretty sure I'm going to butcher the fuck out of that. It's Scotland in Gaelic, and like I said, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. Just gonna put that out there.
It's not like something that nobody else can do, or that you can't get anywhere other than the UK. Like,
it's really like fried fish and French fries, which is not all that fucking crazy. I can get that anywhere around here. Not hard.
Oh, you're just joking? Oh. Honestly, I thought you were being a little serious. Mm-hmm. But you're not wrong. They do kind of look like that.
Realize how strange our cuisine seems to people.
This is not something I would seek out again. It doesn't taste amazing.
Well, you're not amazing because you're British. So, like, you literally thought, like, you described it as vulgar. Like, I never thought food could be vulgar until I saw you. Okay, so.
But I can imagine if you'd grown up with it, it would give you a sense of comfort. It is that comfort food.
Like, yeah, yeah, most Americans grew up with that type of shit, okay? So, like, duh, I guess, but you were also, like, gypped because BuzzFeed sucked at making that shit, so, yeah.
Go to fucking hell. I hope you burn in fucking hell, bitch. Comfort food.
Comfort ass.
Shit. Come fart in your fucking face, bitch. Oof.
Oof.
Fuck that. That was fucking annoying. Who are these dipshits?
More British. More Brits. Gross. Brits make good sports cars, not food. I'll grant them that, yeah. I mean, also, like, what are things that... Here, let me think about this. You know, in a moment of respite, you know, between fucking on them, we'll have a few positives that we can say about it, but let me take this real quick while I think about that. Because I know there has to at least be a few things out there. I don't think many. Come on, buddy. Well, you know, I found a few. Ugh. Gin. Yeah. I was thinking, you know, there's like, you know, especially because of like, you know, alcohol and stuff. I know gin was like kind of a big thing for them during it, you know, in their history. And another thing too is Alan Turing, you know, the guy that invented a kind of computer, or at least a kind of proto-computers, you know, broke the Enigma codes during World War II, and the British people, like, or mainly the British government, like, fucked him over and persecuted him because he was gay and all that shit, so, kind of a neutral, if anything. More or less, you know, a plus, you know, for at least having a guy like him. More or less than anything else. But, the NHS, you know, that's a pretty cool thing, you know, they have going on there. Like, they also have, you know, as much as it doesn't really get talked about as much, you know, they also have a pretty decent, strong labor history, just as much as the U.S. does. Well, maybe not as much, but, they, you know, they have a somewhat similar, strong labor history that was pretty tangential around the same time as, like, the U.S. is having its, like, you know, labor movements and shit like that. So, I mean, you know, there's some things, you know, you can say that, you know, that's pretty positive about, you know, the British and shit like that in the U.K. You know, and yeah, rifles, you know, like, you know, there's, like, a lot of different British, you know, rifles and things like that. You know, historically, there could be some stuff that you could take. I mean, but, you know, red hair and green eyes, which I've always been a fan of that trait. Is that more of, like, an Irish and Celtic trait, more so than a British one, though? I suppose there's a little bit of an overlap, but, I mean, especially from my understanding, it tends to be more associated with, like, Irish and Celtic people. Not so much British people. Going to Japan relatively soon. Japan has better food. Japan's got some pretty good food. Dude, I love Japanese food. I'd love to go to Japan someday myself, personally. I definitely wish that they would be better about some policies and about some aspects about their society and shit like that, but, I mean, you know, despite those flaws, I mean, honestly, they're basically just, like, the same as America's problems in some ways, you know, to a certain degree. You know, so, I mean, it's just, like, you know, I mean, I can't really criticize them that much, in comparison to at least, like, especially other countries. So, mostly British Isles, Ireland, but also Scandinavia, Iberia, Germany, and whatnot. Well, yeah, yeah. Like, I know you, especially, like, you know, throughout, like, Scandinavia, like, pretty much, like, the Germanic different areas, like, Iberia and stuff, yeah. Because I know from my understanding, especially, like, you know, if you broadly look at, like, the Celtic and Gaelic peoples, like, you know, they, you know, stretch obviously from like the British, you know, / like Emerald Isles, you know, from like Gallia to the Alps, you know, to Iberia and shit. So, you know, those traits obviously can be seen in different people's, you know, around there too. So, I mean, you know, in a way, like there's a lot of you know, like leftovers, remnants, you know, from, you know, all that type of shit, which, you know, it's kind of cool to see, you know, especially when you like have someone who might be like Spaniard but has like those green eyes and like ginger hair and shit. I mean, like I said, I mean, there's a little mixtures like that, you know, I always love. You know, I always, you know, like that's what I always love about, like, you know, different people. It's like when you kind of tell there's like different like shit going on, not just like all one thing, at least to me. It's like seeing, like, you know, someone who might be like, you know, like you know, like an interracial like, you know, person or something like that, or mixed race or whatever. It's like, to me, people like that tend to be, just personally in my, you know, preference, you know, tend to be more attractive than not. Now, it really just kind of goes on like across the board, really. Doesn't really have to be anything in particular. I think a lot of it's just because, like, you know, obviously I think in a lot of ways, you know, I'm sure there's like a biological reason for it, because, like, I mean, in a sense, like having a, you know, more, you know, mixing of, you know, different genes, you know, adds a less variability towards, you know, defects and mutations, things like that, and thus means, you know, for more stronger, you know, genetic, you know, lining from stuff like that, which means humanity, you know, keeps going, but also goes, if anything, stronger, you know, in a sense, instead of staying all just strictly into like one specific little thing. Vodka, ginger beer, vanilla bean ice cream. Are you ready for it? Oh, dude, that sounds amazing. That sounds delicious, I'm not even gonna lie. I like red hair and blonde hair because it's rare. That's just something about it. It turns me on to girls and guys. Seriously? At least in the US, especially in the South, this whole blonde hair thing is very fucking common. Like, I mean, at least especially in my experience, blonde hair is more common than anything. I mean, there's definitely a lot of brown, red hair, or not brown hair, oh, not red hair, but like, you know, brown, black hair and shit for sure, but, I mean, I see a lot of blonde too, at least around here and shit, and especially in the South. The times I visited the South, you know, I've seen so many fucking blonde people in general. That's ridiculous. On a global scale, it's rare. Well, yeah, on a global scale, yeah, it's rare. The fuck was that? Hello? What was that? You're just staring at me, dude. What was that about? Only shows up in one continent, Europe, whereas the rest of the world, it's black and brown hair. Yeah. Which, you know, from what I understand, the whole blonde and red hair thing comes because, like, there isn't as much sunlight, especially during the winter, so, you know, their, you know, hair, in a sense, doesn't, if I think that's what kind of comes to it, if I remember. That's also the reason why, like, green and, you know, blue eyes are a thing, too, because, you know, in a sense, they're more sensitive to sunlight because they're able to absorb more of it, in a way. I mean, so, like, they're basically just, like, evolutionary adaptations because of being in this more specific area that they're in. I mean, from what I understand about it, at least I know for the eyes, that's at least in some part the case. I mean, the hair part, though, I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while since I've kind of delved into this type of stuff. Dog was pledging allegiance to the new lord of the house out of Latitude. Honestly, that little fucker, I think, is gonna get to a point where it's done, because, like, the last time I saw it, it was, like, really close to this old gate. So I think it's starting to get to the point where it's gonna get into the food in this trap. Because I think I accidentally scared it off last time. But I think this time, I think, you know, the next couple rounds, I think it will eventually happen. And also, that big fat rat is certainly going to probably get its, you know, time eventually, too. And when I capture that guy, I'm going to make a video be like, look at this fat bastard. And check that little guy out, dude. Well, big guy, if anything. Hey, let's get into this.
Hi. Oh, man. What is this? British high schoolers trying American snacks for the first time. So basically, like, gonna try actual food for the first time. Oh, it's just Scottish shit, mate. It's rubbish. So basically, like...
Oops. What if a rat is playing 5D chess and catches you in a trap? I literally can't fit in the trap. There's no way for me to do that. Like, what? How would that work?
It's rubbish. I'm just right in the bin.
Brett shows up at me and tries. I'm exactly 0% worried about that shit.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
TJ, I'm not letting you off the hook for the time you claim English breakfast is better than American. I mean, it is bigger. I mean, if you actually look at a full English breakfast, yeah, I mean, it actually isn't as bad, because you still get that stupid beans and toast, but you can at least, like, mix that into the other shit that is involved in a full English breakfast. So, at least, you know, in a way that actually kind of complements everything. In a fucking English breakfast is already, like, American...
Oh, no! Oh, no, my Bluetooth decided to just, like, collapse on that. Okay, well... Alright, well, we'll just have to do this real quick. Boo. Sadness. Alright, I gotta turn that bitch on again real quick. God, wow. Error, ignore, error.
Fucking really eat at all is that fucking blood sausage bullshit.
I don't see many Americans eating beans for breakfast either.
Yeah, but
I can see it. I mean, if it's added to other things.
Beans.
Did the British invent chicken and waffles? No, I'm pretty sure it's more of a specific southern thing. Like, I'm pretty sure that's, you know, something that's, like, from the American South. I think more specifically, like, Texas.
Oh, we eat beans,
our beans are way fucking better, though. We actually put fucking shit in those motherfuckers. We don't just fucking drown beans in ketchup and think that's enough, like a bunch of dipshits.
Speaking of some fucking good-ass American food, do you know what I'm having for dinner tonight, dude? You know what's torturing me from the slow cooker tonight?
Oh, shit. Slow cooker? A pork chop. I don't know. What we got?
A slow cooker, huh?
Yeah.
Like a slow cooker of pork.
Is it another chili, or is it like a pot roast, or what is it?
It rhymes with floppy hose.
Sloppy Joe's, baby! Oh, dude, I have not had Sloppy Joe's in a fat fucking minute, dude. Hell yeah. Pennsylvania, checkmate libs. Really? Pennsylvania? That explains why their chicken waffles are so good in Philly. Really? In Pennsylvania? I honestly thought it would be a southern thing. No shit.
Floppy hose. Oh, you're getting sloppy joes, dude.
Sloppy Joe.
Sloppy joes are gross. Looks like diarrhea. Oh my god. You don't even know, dude. What the fuck? Dude, really? It's basically just like, you know, ground beef, you know. It's basically like kind of like chili, but like more thick. And you just, you know, you just put like, you know, patties in between that bitch. Like, bruh. Dude, ew? What do you mean, ew? Oh my god.
Slow cooker sloppy joes?
They look bad, but it tastes pretty good. Yeah, they look bad, but that's why they call it sloppy joes, because they look sloppy. I mean, like, that's the point. Oh my god, dude, sloppy joes is so good. Dude, if you get, like, you know, some homemade, good, proper sloppy joe, that shit is fire, bro.
Oh, shit.
Man, I don't know why. It's like my curse, man.
That is so oddly specific. Sloppy joes are what happens when you Reverend Bubba McGutt eats into takeout improperly cooked by some Hispanic day labor. Dude, that is so specific, bro. That is like oddly specific. Is this guy real? Is this like a dude that you know that you met once?
Makes amazing sloppy joes, but she doesn't like sloppy joes. Like, every time I've ever tasked Chelsea with making sloppy joes, it's been like the best sloppy joes I've ever fucking had. She has like for some reason I think it's because she hates it, that she tries to get it as acceptable to her as possible.
Yeah.
And that basically, like, what makes it baseline acceptable for her makes it fucking goddamn astonishing for me.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Maybe that's the key. That's the trick, dude. You just got to get someone that doesn't like the food to try to make it at least just edible enough for them. And that's how you make it the most astonishing, dank-ass fucking amazingness ever.
She won't make it because she fucking hates them. And how? They're
yeah.
so good.
There's a lot of
They're so good.
I don't get it either, but
I don't understand.
Yeah, me neither. I don't understand you, Stoney. Like, it makes me sad almost. Dude, let me make you, like, if you ever come to Portland, like, we're linking up, and I promise you, I'll make you some amazing spanking sloppy joes, dude. That would be delicious, okay? I promise you. Like, you will not regret it. Okay? Just saying that right now.
Throw back to the lunch lane. Anyway,
we'll even get Venom on that one.
I'm Ollie.
Are you okay, Malachi? Oh, I'm fine. It's fine. He's not doing well. This is just so confusing. Bro, that's hot. That's definitely not mild.
It's cold. Yeah, they probably ate like a fucking normal ass Dorito, and they're like, oh shit.
British people eat a normal Dorito. Oh my god, this fucking spicy, I say.
I'm gonna die!
Have you guys got any more? What, do we eat for later? Yeah.
And I hate this upbeat fucking...
Yeah, the music is gonna get on my grill really quick.
Yeah, can we fucking chill with this fucking shit? Like, you're not getting me hype. You're just annoying the fucking shit out of me, right? I don't like this.
Today, we're going to be introducing American snacks to British schoolboys.
Surely. Yeah, you all don't sound like a bunch of nonsense.
Good. Fuck off.
How familiar are you guys with America?
Okay, can we skip to when they're actually doing this?
Yeah, you can.
Like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Goldfish. 100%.
I'd say I prefer those.
Goldfish? Dude, that's your favorite American snack is goldfish?
No, I think they're comparing it between the Cheez-Its and goldfish.
They're pitting goldfish against Cheez-Its here.
They're putting it back
Which I would still say Cheez-Its probably better.
Vinegar texture.
Like, I don't know. Between goldfish and Cheez-Its, I'm more inclined on goldfish. Mainly because I have a go-to. And it is the pizza flavor blasted goldfish. Because, like, the regular goldfish of any flavor does not have enough flavor. But the flavor blasted versions of goldfish have enough of a flavor on them. Where it actually tastes like what they're supposed to taste like in a way. Regular goldfish are just too bland in a way. Like, even the pizza flavored ones. I've tried the pizza flavored ones that aren't flavor blasted. Those aren't as good, honestly. Like, the flavor blast ones are good, though, because they actually season those. Like, and, I mean, they're just better. Like, I mean, so, honestly, for me, I think my bias would say goldfish myself, personally, but, I don't know, I mean, if there was nothing else and there's Cheez-Its, I mean, I'd go for those two, but they wouldn't necessarily be my first choice, in my opinion. I mean, at least they're, flavored and, they're good, but, I don't know. I got my bias.
Except for the flavor blasted goldfish are pretty good. But, man, the normal goldfish are pretty much bland as shit.
Yeah.
It gives an interesting texture, which I still have in my throat. When you say the word interesting...
texture. Yeah, it's called a Cheez-It.
Yeah, interesting is like a really English way of saying bad.
Oh my god, you're so witty and clever.
Such cleverness from a fucking limey little British boy, dude. Ugh.
They just fucking diss fucking Cheez-Its.
They did. They said
yes. Yes, they did. Which, look, I'm not really that fond of Cheez-Its, but whatever. They're okay. I mean, they're not bad enough for me to diss on.
It tastes of nothing, TJ. It tastes of nothing.
Oh, yeah, we'll take a quick little pause. Wait, what's this? They're sharing stuff like this and still acting. Wait, what? Instant classic. He started up with that. You don't have to mask on bullshit, so I social distance this little bitch ass. What? Oh my god. They're really still stuck on that shit, are they? Wow. Pathetic.
Oh shit. Nuke them. Nuke that fucking goddamn island. Nuke that blighted island off the face of the earth.
I feel like that'd be too respectful to them, TJ. You can't just simply nuke them. You gotta make sure, like, the island itself is, like, glass, and then you can convert it into a solar panel. And then we can at least put some use into the island by making it, the world's energy grid. There you go.
Fucking shitty for them.
Combos. That is my road snack. When I'm on a road, I don't eat combos normally, but if I'm on a road trip, I eat combos.
Everybody has a road snack, dude. Mine is
mine's beef jerky, and usually some sort of a potato chip, and what else? And like M&Ms. I haven't had combos, but like I have seen combos, but I've never had them. But honestly, if they're basically going on the fucking cross for combos, next time I'm on a road trip, I'm trying these bad boys.
I can appreciate that.
I don't ever eat corn nuts except if I'm on a road trip.
It's like, I think it's because
corn nuts are good. Fuck you, Paul.
It's like something special. Like you want to eat. I'm on a road trip. I'm gonna eat something I wouldn't normally fucking eat under any other circumstance. Like
I get those Gardettos, especially if they have the all garlic ones.
Like I could go to the gas station right now and get some combos. I never fucking do it. But if I was on the road for like 10 hours or something, I would definitely eat some fucking combos.
Well, next time I'm on a road trip, I'm doing that.
From a Gap.
Yeah, you got another one for me? Took Carlson Soda Obama was gay on his Twitter show. Hooten Blue Checkhouse reply with whatever the hell this is. Tuck Carlson works his magic again. Tucked. You got tucked. Oh. What the fuck? This is like straight up like some Nazi dog whistling. Like, this is like some weird Nazi that is still obsessed with like Pepe the Frog, Tuck Carlson, and thinking that like, the Democratic Party is all a bunch of Hillary, Bernie's, wait, hold on, there's Bernie over there? Okay, that's okay, what, oh my god, never mind, I'm not, whatever.
Shouldn't lay inside.
Yeah, everyone's got one. Slim Jim.
Oh, fuck Slim Jims.
Yeah.
Stop it, Slim Jim.
Combos. They better not talk no shit about my fucking combos, bro.
Watch them all talk shit about combos.
Big pretzel. My grandma is Italian, and I feel quite a lot of allegiance towards my.
My grandma is Italian, and I offer a lot of allegiance to my Italian heritage, I say. And I find this my major repulsive, to my Italianness, I say. Like, shut the fuck up. Oh my god, your stupid little fucking goddamn faggy little like Kurt Cobain like haircut style going on there is like so annoying. I want to shave it off. Be like a little bald little thumb boy that you are. Oh my god, fuck off.
My grandmother's Italian.
My grandma.
I have like some ethnic heritage to my grandmother because I love the Italian peppery and I say. With my like British voice.
You fucking Italian.
Fucking little bitch. Like, oh my gosh.
Fucking combo, huh?
Dude, your grandma is weeping in her meatballs for
in her meatballs.
British grandson, dude.
It shouldn't be called pizza. And
True.
It has a Z in it.
It has a Z in it. I say Z in it. Why does it have a Z in it?
Okay, can we have subtitles for these fucking limey British fucking broken English like language fucks, dude? Like, I mean, look, I know there's like, the goddamn southern style accent when it comes to the English language, I tell you what, where sometimes it might be a little hard to understand, but if you understand a little bit, you understand it a little bit, I tell you what. Sometimes it might be a little hard to understand, no one, truly understand it. But at least it ain't goddamn motherfucking British limey like, oh, they should be joy, I say. Like, where you could literally, it's like unintelligible. At least, like, if you lived in America long enough, you might be able to at least pick out some shit, from some southerner that got like a thick-ass accent. At least with this shit, like, it's just straight mumbling bullshit. Like, I could barely understand what the fuck they're saying. Like, I mean, they literally have broken the English language. Like, honestly, American English is the more superior English. That's like the true, like fucking King's English, bitch. Like, I mean, at this point, like, I mean, we're better at English than you stupid limey bastards. I mean, goddamn. I mean, that's considering the southern, Texan English or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn. Like, I mean, when we're at that point, like, just make them like the next like 10, United States states and shit. They need to be enlightened. Enlighten them. Enlighten them.
Never seen it in my entire life.
There's like mini sausage.
The War of Independence 2, Electric Boogaloo is going to be, happening, baby. Let's go.
Dude, I fucking dead, mate.
Ozzy's laughing in the background. You know what? Let him laugh in the background. I don't care. I mean, at least I'm okay with the Aussies. Oh, am I? At least they know how to say fucking cunt every now and then. Those fucking cunts, I say. Oi, cunt. They love to say cunt every now and then. It's basically a greeting, cunt. Like, I actually kind of like the Aussies. I'll grant them that. They bastardized the British accent to the point it sounds cool. Okay, so, like, and plus they got people like Steve Irwin under the belt. So, the Aussies get a pass. At least for now.
This is just so confusing.
I'm so confused. What is this sensation? That's what the Americans call flavor, son.
It's so confusing. The snack has flavor in it. It's like, yeah, that's called a snack. It's supposed to have flavor in it, you limey fuck.
No.
Not real cheese. No way. No.
No, what? No, really? Wow, I never knew that. Oh, it's not real cheese. No fucking shit. Wow, what made you realize that?
This fucking gauntlet is gonna be torture, bro.
Oh my god, dude, this British gauntlet, dude. That's what they're doing at the end of this month, is a British gauntlet. Dude, this is gonna be bad. Oh my fucking god. I might honestly, make a goddamn raft and just sail my ass over there to start the War of Independence 2 Electric Boogaloo at the end of that shit, dude. I'd be like, nope, fuck it. We as Americans got a patriotic duty, damn it.
Real cheese, no fucking shit. It's processed garbage you shovel into your fucking...
If the British get real cheese in their snacks, it sounds like a good thing. I mean, to be fair, sure, but well, you know what? My patriotism's flying high and proud right now, I'll tell you what, brother. I ain't gonna give, the goddamn break, any credits on this one, say.
I
tell you what.
This is a fucking Lansing blow.
I will behooah you if I was gonna give anything to these goddamn, weirdos, little sad, all you British people. I tell you what,
We're gonna go deep into these motherfuckers' history. I'm gonna make it my mission to destroy fucking Britain with this episode. I'm not holding back. With some of these other fucking people, we've had to hold back a little bit here and there. But I'm not letting these fucking limeys off the hook.
Yes. That's right.
I'm not letting these fucking...
Yeah.
It's about time they got put in their fucking place.
Yes.
This is fucking horrible. This is irritating as shit.
Yeah.
Like, how dare you even think you're worthy of eating our superior fucking American food?
Huzzah. Yes.
How dare you even deign to fucking put that against your lips, let alone chew on it, let alone swallow it, let alone talk shit on it, as if your fucking primitive fucking goddamn British fucking palate could even understand the true form of an American flavor attack?
True.
Thank you. What's next? Oreos or
Yeah, exactly. These poor souls just validate TJ's point. They're like, they immediately were repulsed. And this is why TJ is true and based and just absolutely correct with what he had to say.
Oh. What is this? I think they never had something like this before. It's different, right?
Mate, they don't taste like pizza. I can taste pizza. It's kind of like Domino's. It's a pretzel bun that's nice. Which just is. How do you want me to describe pizza?
It's like a whole slice.
Wait a minute. Were these dumb shits literally opening this up expecting, pizza and a fucking...
did those fucking, bougie little brats, honestly think that they're gonna taste like a pepperoni pizza off of that fucking thing?
They keep going it's not pizza. It's like, no shit.
I opened this thinking I was gonna say a pizza sauce inside a pizza. What the fuck? I thought it was gonna be that. What gives, I say?
But it's not pizza.
Fucking limey motherfuckers, man.
You guys have flavored shit over there like this.
My tiny British brain can't process it.
When I bought whatever flavor of chips I bought over there, it wasn't like I opened the bag and where is it? Where's the barbecue sauce?
And it's it's flavored. It's not a fucking
flavored, bitch. It says it on the bag.
It's fucking flavor, bro.
It's pizza flavored, not pizza in a bag.
Yeah.
Okay, what's our next goal, by the way?
What? Our next goal is
fuck your goal.
It's so bad they literally can't even eat it.
So wow, dude.
Hey, fuck it.
Dude, are these poor kids like, you know, like just been, you know, just unfortunately revoked the right of flavor? Like, have they like grown up so hard in a world where like flavor is such a sin in England, where they just can't accept the fact that there are things that are flavored a certain way? Like, because they are just so repulsed to the idea of something's pizza flavored, but not a pizza. It's like, oh my god.
I've grown up on a diet of probably mainly British food, but they can't eat a bag of fucking combos.
I never even heard of Wrap Snacks, so I ain't gonna fucking defend their honor. And what else you got?
Takis?
Oh, now they're going for fucking Takis?
Oh no, I swear to God, if they start saying some shit about Takis, oh no, hell no.
I don't really eat these, but it sounds like you.
Oh, they're good as shit, dude.
Alright.
Takis.
Dude, this shit's fire, bro. I swear to God.
I do not know these.
Dude, hold on, dude. You know what? Hold on. There might be a redemption arc.
Oh, they're good as shit, dude.
Alright.
Takis. Yes, go.
Dude, this kid right here is like, oh, I know these. Dude, this kid snacked on them before. He's like, oh, hell yeah, I know Takis. He might have an American flavor that he's not aware of, but he's had them before.
I don't know these.
Dude, he's excited. He's like, oh, hell yeah, dude. Dude, that kid snacks on those on the regular, dude. All right. There's a redemption arc for that kid right there.
They're good as shit, dude.
Alright.
Takis. Yes, go.
Look at him. Hell yeah, dude. You know what? There's a redemption arc there for you, kid.
I do not know.
Look at him. He's like, nice. Yeah. Like, he's excited for it.
Like hot or something. What are the rumors you heard?
Oh my god, those fucking little white boy dude, honestly, those three are the most annoying. Look at him.
No Takis. I do not know these.
Dude, look at him. Hey, get out of here. No, like, dude, they're all confused, like, ugh, what is this? Ugh. Dude, these are like, dude, oh my god. They literally are a part of like some weird, like, you know, private, like, bullshit, dumbass school because they're wearing their stupid little uniforms. Like, oh my god, dude. You fucking sad fucking fops, bro. Ugh, dude, these are the most annoying fucks out of all of them, honestly. These are the ones that grind me to gear the most. Like, if they went to my high school, I'm just gonna be honest, I would bully the fuck out of them. I'm just gonna be honest.
Oh dear. What? Yeah, definitely on.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, this looks spicy. Oh no. Flavor will hit me and I will never know how to even comprehend it because I never experienced it before.
Yeah.
Oh, a little spice.
Spice, oh no.
These British people.
I only want the more British version of spice, which is what we stole from the Indians, I say. I don't want actual spice.
He doesn't act like they're fucking like insane.
Oh, my mouth is on fire! Oh god! Oh! Give me a
Red, what? Oh my days.
Wow.
You didn't know.
Days. Get me out of this fucking planet, dude.
You didn't know they look like that.
Hey, what is this fucking...
I hate this music, dude. It's like,
damn music. Is there like a no music version of this fucking video we can watch?
No.
Probably not.
Dun, 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 dun. Is it really worth that? It's fucking kids eating goddamn chips. Who gives a like? Why is this being built up into some? It's not a fucking party, okay?
Yeah.
Boo.
Okay.
None of them can handle it, dude. Wow. Wow, dude. None of them can handle the spice? Really?
It's like being kicked in the
What is this new sensation?
It's like
what is this sensation that is spice and flavor? Oh my god. My taste buds can't handle it.
in the mouth.
Oh my god.
I've never had these Takis before, but like, are they like insane?
They're just salty. They're like hot Cheetos in terms of like they don't.
Yeah, I mean these are just like Takis Fuegos. Yeah, see. Yeah. They're the Fuegos. Yeah. Like, I mean, that's what they are. I've seen those. Yeah, they're right next to the regular ones. I mean, yeah, they're just like the spicy Cheetos version of the regular Takis, basically.
All right. Yeah, but like, yeah, they're just like salty, spicy things.
Yeah.
Fun fact: every American is born with a brain chip that activates when Brits get too uppity about their about superior American stuff. I mean,
true. Yep, that's true. We are all programmed with it.
True.
Oh, really? They're too spicy for Chris. I'm fine with spicy food.
No, you're not.
You know what? I will admit, you know what? There is a little redemption arc going on here. This kid right here, he is actually kind of appreciating spice. Like, oh shit, this is an experience I never had, but you know what? I'm digging this right though. Like, look at him. He's like, whoa. He's like, oh shit, hold on. That just hit me in the face, but you know what? All right, I dig the flavor, but too much, because he never experienced it before, but he is digging the actual flavor of it, though. He's like, oh shit. Like, it hit him, you know, like, all of a sudden, like, it was an ambush, but, you know, hey, like, he's digging it. It's overwhelming, but he's kind of digging the flavor, though. Like, you know, hey, I kind of like these two. These two overall are kind of okay. You know, but those three little, like, white boy, little bratty fucks, like, they annoy the shit out of me, but these two are, you know, they're okay. I like them.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're fucking not.
You know, these two just need to be Americans. You know what? They need to come here in America. They need to experience, you know, good food, good flavor. You know, the true, like, you know, true food. They need to go, you know, check out some, like, you know, some of that southern stuff in the South, like, get some Cajun and then get some, like, Tex-Mex, get some of that going. Go out to the East Coast, get, like, you know, some good, like, you know, some Philly cheesesteaks, you know, some good little, like, you know, some New York-style pizzas and shit, New York-style hot dogs, you know, and all that shebang. Make their way to the fucking Great Lakes and all that shit. Like, you know, they would just, like, have their minds blown with all, like, the food that they would be experiencing and would never want to leave. Like, you know, like, as far as I'm concerned, these two will be able to be granted the honorary American passes. I'll grant them that. They seem redeemable.
You can't handle the fucking Takis, whatever the fuck. You ain't good spicy.
No, that's not. I mean, that's not even.
Hey, you know what? The one on the left here, my boy over here on the left, like, he's digging it a little bit. It's overwhelming. He, you know, can't handle it too much, but, you know, with enough, you know, like, consistency, like, he'll get to it. He'll get there. And I think both of them would. You know, hey, give some benefit of the doubt with some of them here, all right? Like, you know, I can see some honorary American passes with some of these guys, okay?
Okay. That's not too bad. It's not that bad.
Hey, there's another one. All right. See? Yeah, hey, we're starting to win some of them over here. You know, this guy right here is like, oh, that ain't too bad. Oh, it's like, that ain't too bad. Like, you know what? Hey, another one that might get the pass. You know what? All right.
I want the fucking brain. How you feeling?
I'm also noticing it's not the white boys of the British, like, you know, kids here that are like, oh, this is good, I say. This is actually not bad. I'm noticing that. I'm noticing a pattern with this. The white kids are the ones who are like, oh, this is actually kind of gross, But all the one, you know, but the, you know, the brown and black kids are like, oh, you know, this is overwhelming, but, you know, it's actually not too bad. It's actually okay. Like, I mean, they never experience true flavor, so it's overwhelming to them, but they do like it. Like, in comparison to these little limey white boys, like, oh my God. I'm noticing this. This is a pattern I'm starting to notice.
I actually like
Is it just a sad thing that most white people just generally cannot handle flavor or spice? Because, I mean, that is fucking sad. Because if that's the case, then is it, like, Americans that can handle flavor? Because we just, like taken food from all over the world, but just made it better? Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, it's... I'm starting to... I'm going to have, like, a little analysis of this.
What a lot of flavor.
I don't know if I will have a consensus on this one. I might not like shit, spice, fuck. That's what I mean. I feel like Americans might be more exempted from this. Like, but, like, you know, white Europeans broadly especially, or just around the world outside of America, seem to, like, not like spice and hate flavor. Because they're just dumb. So, I don't know. Like, I mean, I kind of feel like, especially the Brits. Like, so, I don't know. Is there, like, some... Like, I don't know. I'll have to do a deep dive on this. I don't know if I would be able to, like, you know, get a true, you know, consensus about this one right now. I'll definitely have to think about it, though. Because, I mean, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I ate a lot of spicy food as a kid. Well, I mean, I know. Well, I know that is definitely a lot of it because British food broadly sucks. That's why they had to steal a bunch of food from everyone else, because like their food sucks, and that's the reason why I think they don't really have a lot of flavor and shit. Because like whatever spices they have are not really that much, and also like not exactly great in the first place.
The first time this motherfucker had flavor in his life, it's got a lot of flavor.
I never experienced the sensation of flavor before.
Yeah, why don't you go chew on some fucking cardboard, dude?
I don't think I could eat more than 3.
Next up, we have Carolina Reaper flavoring extra hot.
Oh, good.
Oh, fuck yeah, make them suffer. Yes, yes. Carolina Reaper. Oh, fuck yes. Let's go. Make them suffer. Yes, yeah.
You better swab the last one. Let's see how you go. This one.
Malachi, show you what notice.
Okay, pass the water.
Smells like danger.
Smells like danger.
Smells like danger.
All right, you know what? Honestly, these two right here definitely get the American pass. I like the way you describe that. It smells like danger. I like that. You know what? All right, these guys, they get the American pass. I like them. Because even a lot of Americans can't handle Carolina Reapers. I mean, so you know what? I respect it. I respect it. I like it.
Man, I can't wait for this.
I do. This is gonna be good.
It's Carolina Reaper. They don't know what that is, do they?
Yeah, they. I don't think they know. I don't think any of them know. I don't think they realize how hot a Carolina Reaper is. It's hotter than a ghost pepper.
I hope not.
One bite.
What the fuck is that?
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, fuck you, kid on the left. That was barely a fucking bite.
Bullshit. Oh, I know. Do it
little like. Bullshit.
Let me try your bite.
Give it a couple of seconds. It's pretty bad.
Oh my god, they were suffering. They were trying to hold it. No, they were trying to man up, be like, no, yeah, it's all. I can't handle it. And are they actually trying to drink water? That's gonna make it worse. All you dumbasses, all you fucking morons. That's gonna literally make it worse. Oh my god. What, they didn't give him milk or anything? Oh my, yes. Oh my god, they're making him suffer. Because that's only going to inflare it. Like, if you have spicy food and you want to cool it down, don't drink water. That inflares it. That doesn't make it better. It makes it worse. Like, you want to have, like, something like chocolate milk or, like, ketchup, something like that. Like, you actually want something like that on the side. Like, you don't want water. That will just exacerbate the problem.
Damn, dude.
Oh my god, look at, oh my god, they're going in. Oh no, they're gonna suffer. Yes! I love this.
Bit of a chip, and these motherfuckers are just grabbing for the picture. Oh my god. Can't be
I'm waiting for it to
this is Graham Gate, yes.
Advice, no.
Oh, your tempting fate is gonna kick in and you can ruin it.
It's not even spicy. Come on now.
All right, you know what? I like these two. I especially like these two. These two are cool.
Yep. They literally do live in a flavorless fucking world.
They do, but you know what? At least these two are like enjoying it. Like these two are actually enjoying it though. Like they haven't. What country these guys? They're from the UK. These are British fucks, you know, enjoying American food for the first time, and they're overwhelmed by the flavor of these American snacks.
Anything with even a
These are Carolina Reaper Cheetos, I think.
Flavor, and they're just fucking tapping.
What else you got? A&W root beer.
Root beers? Okay.
I mean, they can't possibly fucking not like A&W root beer. Right?
I swear to God, if they hate A&W root beer, I'm gonna flip my shit.
What the fuck? It's
like
root beer.
Tasting medicine in a way. It tastes like
tasting medicine? What?
Mouthwash.
Yeah.
Mouthwash? Oh, this A&W root beer tastes like mouthwash. What, is your mouthwash jot full of sugar? Is that why all your teeth are fucked up over there in England? Is it because like you have dental care, but like it's because you fucks? Like, you know, just have sugar in your fucking like dental hygiene care or something? Like, what the fuck?
God.
What?
Mouthwash?
It tastes like fucking mouthwash.
No, it doesn't, dude. I drank A&W for years.
What fucking
The more natural flavor. But it ain't going no goddamn mouthwash. Like, what the...
Gosh. Do they... what? No wonder your guys' teeth are so fucked up over there.
The mouthwash.
Your mouthwash tastes like fucking root beer? They putting sugar in it?
Dude, there's like fucking 40 grams of sugar in A&W. There's no fucking way it tastes like mouthwash.
Edible mouth.
Should have saved this for the there's not fucking... There's plenty more fucking cringe-ass British bullshit out there, alright?
Yeah, no shit. And also, like... These three need to be slapped silly.
It's endless.
We don't have to fucking save anything for the fucking gauntlet. There's gonna be plenty of this horse shit. Wait,
hold on. What's going on here? Using a vice? Flight forced to turn around after passenger hit by extreme diarrhea that ran all the way through the plane. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, dude! I mean, hey, sometimes when nature calls, man, it happens, and, oof. That's an oof.
Rest of the end of this fucking month, okay?
Oh, it's disgusting.
You can do it with ice cream as well.
Oh, this A&W is so disgusting. It's like, hey, you know what? Get shoved in a locker. How about that? Get a swirly.
Oh, it's disgusting.
You can do...
Yeah, how about get your head shoved in a fucking toilet and fuck
ice
you?
cream as well. You sort of take a scoop of ice cream and have like a root beer float.
I'd choose this in a shot, for sure.
But why would you drink that?
Okay, you know what? All right, those two are at least, gonna get a pass. Like, they were saying, oh, this could be a good root beer float or something. So it implies they had root beer floats before, and they think those are good. So, all right. Those kids at least, got a little bit of a pass. Or I guess taking it with a shot? Like what? So you take a shot of whiskey with root beer? That actually does sound pretty good, though, I will admit. But, okay.
Pleasure. You don't have it in your mouth.
You don't actually enjoy mouthwash.
I think I'd rather rip my tongue out.
It's better than nothing.
What?
Go ahead.
Yeah, do it, you fucking little limey nonce. How'd that happen so spectacularly? It looked like a damn shit monsoon. Wait. Is there pictures? Wait, what? Really? Hold on. Let me go down. Wait, is there? It didn't load entirely. Hold on. I'll let it load. Really? It's a video clip? Wait. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh my god. Get out of here. You stupid video thing. Oh my god, now it's taking out the whole fucking thing. Oh, there we go. Okay. Vice trip related to the blah, 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 blah. Oh my god. Ah! Fuck off. Holy oh my god. Dude, holy shit. Just show me the damn thing. Where is it? What is it, this? I just go back. Okay. Where's the... What, here? Where's the... What, here? No? What was it? Not an article. Oh, it wasn't an article? Okay. Well, whatever. But, well, you know what? It probably would be a little technically TOS anyway. So, yeah, it's probably good that I'm not trying to search for it.
Rip your tongue out, then drink a fucking root beer? What kind of fucking bitch-made country is this, okay?
Like, I want to follow this guy around, see what he fucking eats. If he thinks this tastes like fucking mouthwash, you know, to rip his tongue out. Then drink
I want to fucking know what
beer.
the fuck British people are rinsing their mouth out with.
I guess apparently A&W root beer?
Never tasted mouthwash. Good point.
British conclusion ever. The water was nice. Next up, we have another American classic.
Twinkies.
Don't even fucking start.
I swear to God, if they fucking go against Twinkies, alright, we gotta go war. It's time for a war. Declaration of war.
So See? That's what I'm telling you. It's a catch-all fucking term for fucking junk food in general, Scotty. It's not about.
Oh god, not this again.
Twinkie.
I'm not.
I remember when they started going off about this earlier on the stream. No, I was here for that. Like, oh my god, is he doing this again? The Twinkie argument?
No. That's what they fucking think of when they think American snack. That's what was behind Twinkie defense. It's an evocative term.
Fucking god, don't bring it up again, TJ.
No, I didn't lose shit. Just because your ass is fucking overly literal minded does not mean I fucking lose.
That's not what happened, TJ. I'm not gonna relitigate what's already happened.
Whatever.
I can already hear just American people in the comments. Listen to how they talk. Creamy filling. Oh my gosh, they're so posh.
Just like one of those.
No one thinks you're posh, bro.
Posh? Okay, alright. The whole redemption quality I had going on for them might have just been reduced a little bit. How's a Twinkie posh? Dude, the British have broken the English language. Do they not understand what definitions for words are?
You're posh, okay?
I honestly thought the fucking, like, goddamn, like, Southern South and, like, a lot of American English was broken as fuck, but oh my god, I'm starting to realize that we're not even close.
French, like, I forgot what they're called. Like an eclair. Yeah, like an eclair, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's like an eclair, I say. Yeah, it's like a French eclair, yes. Like, it's not like an eclair at all. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, it's not like a fucking goddamn eclair.
Like the most processed thing you've ever eaten in your life.
These are actually gross.
Wait.
What?
What? Wait, who said that?
Goddamn.
Like the most processed thing you've ever eaten in your life.
These are actually gross.
Oh, they didn't even pull up his chat. Oh. Whoever said that need to be banished to the Shadow Realm permanently.
What?
Yeah, what? Death.
TJ, you know what to do.
Shadow Realm. Banished to the 8th dimension of hell.
Generous and only put you in timeout for that. But if you ever say anything like, I mean, you're lucky Scotty and Paul didn't do it, because they would have banned your ass outright.
That would have been a straight ban.
I think that's about the most lenient.
That would have been banned for me.
I've ever seen on this channel.
I'm only doing that because I'm hoping that when you come back, you're gonna have the fucking good grace to give us a big ass fucking dono.
That's
because you fucking deserve it for what you just fucking blasphemed against Twinkies, alright?
Well, if it was 300 seconds, they didn't have enough time to do that, so you kind of all fucked up now, TJ, now didn't you?
No, Twinkies are not like the fucking ultimate fucking food or whatever the fuck.
But the idea that they suck is bullshit.
You can't deny
heinous.
a Twinkie is good.
Gulag worthy. Hey, there we go. All right, the redemption is returned. Dude, he like had that thumb up immediately, and then he was like, all right, you know. And then this kid, he's more like it's aight. Like he had it, you know, once his friend affirmed it. Like he's like, okay, this is good enough. Like, dude, all right, the redemption is returned. All right, whatever, like, points, you know, when this kid over here was like, oh, it's Polish. It's like, all right, you know what? They reduced it a little bit, but it brought it back with this. Right here, brought it back.
It's finally, they say reason.
Even those...
Yep, reason, exactly.
Stupid motherfuckers know.
Mm-hmm.
Even they know.
They get the American pass. You know what? That was the true test for the American pass. For the, like, you know, the, like, yeah, like, that was the test. And those two immediately passed it when they had those thumbs up, like, oh, these Twinkies, they're pretty good. You know what? You know, fuck whatever, like, you know, their opinions were when it came to the other snacks. That was the ultimate test, and they passed. Will these kids pass?
Yeah, they should sell these here, definitely.
Really? Okay.
Hey, these guys passed, especially this one. He's like, they should sell these here. I want more of these. And he's just he don't give a fuck. He's just like chowing down on, dude. He's like euphorically, orgasmically into that shit. He's like, he's just chowing the fuck down. Yep. These kids get the pass. All right, dude. The ultimate test is coming out. I'm seeing who can get the pass. The honorary American pass. You know, these. You know, so far those two and these three. So far 5 of them.
A British person saying quite good is basically like, that's a 10 out of 10.
See?
Yep, dude, the ultimate test. Dude, yep. The ultimate honorary American pass test. Just give them a Twinkie. If they love it, then, hey, they get the pass. If they don't, Gulag.
You stupid. I mean, I think it's fucking horrible they would even give British people a fucking Twinkie in the first place. To be honest with you, because they don't deserve it.
Hey, you know what? It grants them the honorary American pass because then we give them the opportunity to revoke their British identity. We give them an opportunity to redeem themselves. And so far, it's the ethnically minority kids that are enjoying the fuck out of these so far. Not that that means anything that much, but like, I promise you, these white boy kids that are going to pop up here soon are not going to like them nowhere near as much. They're going to be saying some stupid bullshit. I'll actually be kind of shocked to like them too. If I get the same reaction, you know, that these kids get, you know, from them, then I'll actually be kind of shocked. Let's see.
Even their stupid idiot fucking taste buds can still recognize.
I'm basically just saying that the British are so fucking backwards they don't even deserve to have immigrants there. It's like, nah. They should be enlightened. Come over here instead.
Especially when they have it, all right?
I mean, make our place better and, you know, come over here.
I mean, it's kind of plain.
I like it.
Okay, so, wait. This one is like, it's kind of plain or whatever. Bleh. This one's like, oh, no, I like it, I guess. Alright, so you get, alright. You don't get the American pass, but, you know, you're working your way up to qualifying. I mean, you got a lot of work to do, frankly, from all the past grievances. Fuck you. You haven't said anything. You're just sitting there. And, well, I don't actually see Twinkie. Did he eat all of it? He might just ate all of it and just not said anything. He might just quietly eaten it. Like, oh shit, okay, well, I mean, I don't know. He might just, you know, ate it quietly and realize it was good and shut the fuck up and just like, oh, I'll let my friends eat instead.
This fucking unpleasable fuck needs to go to hell.
I mean, no shit. This one right here needs to just, like, be banished into the Shadow Realm. Like, your other two buddies, like, I mean, they seem like they're willing to be redeemed. You know, you don't, like, your hair in itself just shows that you need to be banished into the Shadow Realm. That's like, this is worse than a bowl cut. This kid would be better off with a goddamn bowl cut than whatever the fuck is going on here. Like, what weird-ass mop bullshit is this? Like, oh my god, if my mom gave me this instead of bowl cuts, I actually would probably, like, go postal, dude. Like, straight up. I would rather have a bowl cut than that. Like, oh my god. That's like the British version of a bowl cut.
18 by now. They
can't even do it right.
If he's still a fucking kid, he gets a fucking pass. But if this dude's 18 by now, I'm gonna come beat his fucking face in for that fucking comment. He's
need to buy the goon a plane ticket over the fucking goddamn aisle.
Goon with the tire iron needs to pay this motherfucker a visit.
Oh shit. Fucking little bratty fucks.
This is fucking retarded. This dude has not liked any goddamn thing, and even if he even a fucking Twinkie, he fucking somehow.
I mean, you know what? It does prove the point. Literally, only 1 out of 3 of these kids were like, "Oh no, I like it, I guess." And it wasn't even like, you know, like, "Ooh, this is good." It's like, I don't know, I like it, I suppose. It's like, man, it just proved my point earlier, now didn't it? Like, I mean, these little white boy motherfuckers, you know, like, But, you know, everyone else, though, was like, this is good.
There's like 2...
Because they're just like, you know, like, they were like predestined to enjoy the flavor. They just never grew up realizing what that fuck it was, and they're just not totally primed to it, so it's overwhelming to them. But they like it, though. These kids, though, they were never, like, you know, adapted to understand what the fuck flavor was in the first place. So they're like, the fuck is this?
Oh god!
Goddamn Brits. I mean, they could know better. What, do you disagree? What? I thought you were the anarchist over here. What? Are you trying to, like, enforce the monarchy? Wow. And I thought I knew you. Bastard. Wow. 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 Really?
But the Twinkie is too plain. What's just right, Goldilocks?
It really is. It's nothing more than just cream and bun.
Yeah, oh my god, it's just bun. It's just like cream and bun. Yeah. Oh my god, it gets shoved in the toilet.
Oh gosh.
Fucking angst-riddled fucking piece of shit.
Like, the first bite is nice, but I think they're a bit overrated, to be honest. You can just...
Oh, fuck off. Oh my god. See, another one. Another one of these little, like, pasty little, like, lobster backs. If you ever saw, like, 5 seconds of sunlight, Like, I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. I mean, really, dude? Like, oh, they're overrated, whatever. I guess the first bite's nice or whatever. You never knew what a Twinkie was until you ate one, bitch. Like, what do you mean overrated? Like, I mean, what the, like, really? Are you serious?
Oh my god.
My Italian grandmother wouldn't approve of this.
Pipsqueak, dude. Someone has to dunk him in the fucking toilet.
I'm done with this, Scotty. Did we make our goal?
Oh my god. Ay. Holy shit. Dude, man. Dude, Brits are so unpleasable. Holy shit, the British are so unpleasable. At least, like, the black brown kids, they were like, they were the ones who were actually, like, more like, oh my god, this stuff is good. Overwhelming, but delicious, I say. Like, I mean, they were actually more into that shit. But, like, dude, oh my god, those, like, white little fucking brat fucks are so unpleasable in comparison. Like, oh my god. Do they not know spice? Do they not know flavor? Do they not know what a jalapeno is, let alone a bell pepper? I mean, oh. That's actually, like, sad. They're, like, more blander than white bread. Like, is there anything more blander than white bread when it comes to bread? Like, I don't know, but if there is, I mean, holy shit. They're more blander than that. I mean, because holy fuck, dude. That is just... Ugh. It's almost embarrassing that I actually have, like, some genetical, like, background from that island somehow. Northern European mutton, I know a lot of it comes from that fucking backwards island, just like, ah. Oh. And man, and for food-wise, that's the best of what, like, they got going on over there. It's like, wow. Sad. And the only things that are worth a fuck are the things that they've basically appropriated or stolen from other cultures. Like I said, at least in America, a lot of those people come over here and just bring the food and a lot of that over here, and eventually over time, it just becomes Americanized and just thus slightly better in a way. So, I mean, at least it just naturally becomes better and just, like, kind of naturalized here. We don't attempt to try to steal it. I mean, it's at least when it comes to cultural appropriation on that sense. I mean, America does it way better because we just kind of let it happen. I mean, we don't intend to be like, no, we're taking that curry and we're making it ours now. This British curry is pretty good, I say. It's not as spicy as that Indian curry. It's like, we will accept the spice. And in fact, we'll just spice it up ourselves and just make it Americanized and just, like, put our own spices in that bitch. Yeah, that's what we will do. Like, we'll just like, oh, this spice is pretty good, but what if we Americanize this spice, put our own flavor in there? This barbecue spice in this curry is pretty good. Goddamn, that's nice. Like, we just spice it up even more for our own little flair to it. That's what we do over here. Man, at least like us, at least us white boys over here in fucking U.S. know how to flavor shit up and know what spice and flavor is. I mean, for fuck's sake. I mean, goddamn. You Brits need to, like, get your food culinary game, like, really, like, you really got to get that shit together. Like, holy fuck. It is embarrassing. And it's like a problem that has been conditioned, y'all, for a long time. I mean, it's just like, and I understand. I mean, y'all just didn't know better. But at this point, you don't got an excuse. You got, like, world trade and, like, an ability to, like, import shit. You don't have to, like, steal it or whatever the fuck. Just import that shit and just make that shit good. Don't make Gordon Ramsay, like, the only exception that knows how to make food. Okay? Like, I mean, goddamn. Because Gordon Ramsay is literally the only way. You know what? He's not even technically British. He's Scottish. Okay? So you don't even technically own him. So, when it comes to, like, food, he's not even your exception. He's, like, the Scotland's exception. So, you don't even technically have him as an exception, Brits. So, I mean, get your shit together when it comes to food. Yeah, damn. Sad little Brits. Here. So there's like one more little thing we could wrap the bow up with. So I feel a little less revolutionary and war independence on these fucking Brits. Anyway, since we wrapped that up, I'll retire my revolutionary tricorn. Get my regular hat back on. Yeah. Found a little. Actually, I found some pretty quick already. These crimes are ridiculous. But here, before we do that, I'll take a little wheeze real quick and I'll return momentarily. Don't delve into this. This seems like a little fun bow to wrap it up with. Fun and ridiculous crimes always sound good. Popped up. Guess my dog did not follow me this time around. Normally he does. Did he even move? No, he didn't. He's just... I mean, he looked up, you know, looking at me when I came back, but he pretty much has not moved at all when I left. Wow. Little lazy tired boy. I guess he's, what, not attached to me anymore? Is that what's going on? It's like, yeah, I know what you're doing. I know your routine, whatever, I don't need to follow you. Here, that's what this is. DR investigating a second complaint against Wander Franco?
You've seen this bird bandit. Please search for man with parrots.
A bird bandit? Wait, hold on. Wait, what? A special prosecutor of the Dominican Republic is investigating a second formal complaint of the Tampa Bay Rays shortstop Wander Franco engaged in a relationship with my... ew. Okay, alright, well, I see where this is going. First complaint... investigated, so some weird PDF Frico, and so wait, where did the Parrot Bandit part come into play?
Donald's robbery. This actually looks like some kind of marketing.
Oh, okay, I guess the article he's looking at isn't related to what he's about to mention.
Back when they had the Hamburglar. Is this real? Is this not a marketing stunt?
Okay, here's one. Oh my god, wait, what the hell type of hat is that? He has like, wait, is there like 3 birds like on his hat? There's one on his shoulder, there's one right there on his hat directly, I think there's one like next to it over there. Is there like another one behind his hat right there? Like, oh dude, how wait, what's going on here?
Bird Bandit. He actually looks like a One Piece character. Like,
dude, what? He looks like not even that. He looks like some weird like, you know, like pirate character that you would see in like, you know, Black Flag or something, you know, and you know, like, you know, or on HBO or some shit, dude. He looks like some weird eccentric pirate character.
This character design is exquisite. And that's a real parrot?
Well, I guess One Piece is kind of pirate related, I guess. Oh, I don't know, whatever.
Check him out with his friends there on his shoulder. Investigators are accusing the man of robbing someone with a knife.
Yep, police say...
Well, he has birds just hanging out on him?
Well, that's not very nice.
That's not nice. Yeah.
3 birds that you see right there.
Wait, 3 birds? I wish you would stop graying it out when I pause it. Hold on, let me find the picture of him. It's a little blurry to tell. He got 3 birds on him?
I mean, I see 2 at least for sure.
Man, and that is a mean goatee.
Dude, yeah. Dude, my boy doesn't even have a bad goatee, but also a badass fucking mustache, dude. He's got a mustache goatee combo. So, dude, this guy's got drip and 3 birds hanging out on his fucking hat. Dude, dude. You know what? Just let him go for the drip factor alone, dude. You know what? Let him walk free. I don't even care. I'm just, dude, he's just impressed me with the drip.
Coming to like a dagger's point. Also, I like this right here.
I'm obviously being satirical. Like, obviously, I hope he gets caught. I mean, you know, hopefully the birds are okay.
The information is asked to contact police. I think if you've ever seen this guy in your life, you probably remember him.
No shit.
This is like the lowest level attempt of concealing your identity ever.
This is like so blatant. Like the badass goatee and mustache combo. You got your birds. I mean, the drip. I mean, dude, this is like the most obvious criminal that's ever existed.
The most identifiable shirt and 3 fucking live birds on him while wearing. I don't even. What kind of hat is that?
It's just like I don't even.
Some kind of
10-gallon hat. Wide, gigantic brim-ass 10-galloner?
Swashbuckler's hat.
Swashbucklers.
Accused of robbing a McDonald's on Arlington Boulevard in the Seven Corners area Tuesday around 8 a.m. Police.
This is in Northern Virginia? I honestly thought this would have been Florida.
The knife and demanded money at the counter. Police.
Oh, he's even got a pair of sunglasses on. Never mind, he actually did try with the disguise. I've got to say, I'm a little disappointed in the pants. He's got a great shirt, but...
Dude, he needs some epic, like, blazer pants or something.
His stylist just gave up halfway through the fit.
Dude, I mean, honestly, all things considered, dude, you know what? He still got drip. Yeah, the pants aren't, like, the biggest thing that's popping off, but you know what? That's still drip. I'm willing to say that it's still some drip.
Parrots. They appear to be
Dude, this is like the most drippiest criminal that has ever existed, dude. Like, what the fuck? I mean, dude, this guy legit got drip. I'm honestly just impressed with this.
Leading to his cowboy hat and a third on his shoulder. Reaction from McDonald's customers who say they feel bad for the feathered participants.
Honestly, I mean, like what? Like what? Were they hurt? Were they harmed?
Really crazy. Like, why would you bring a pet? Don't cry with the birds.
True.
The suspect
I agree with her.
20s or early 30s.
Well, let's not get rid of the theory that the birds aren't the ones controlling him, pulling the strings. Like this
yeah,
he could be a victim in this as well.
Something like that. Yeah, he could.
They can talk.
God, it'd be so cool if the birds were threatening the cashier.
Any type of role in the solving.
I wouldn't even be mad if I was the cashier.
County, Jackie Benson,
well, actually, the newspaper just said that the parrots could talk. So, you know, hey, maybe they were controlling him. Maybe the parrots are being like, give me the cash register, give me the cash register. And the guy's like, look, just listen to him, man. Just listen to him. I can't help it. Like, he's gonna, like, literally claw me, you know, with his talon on my jugular vein right here. Like, just do it. You just gotta fucking do it. You know, the parents making me do it. Like, I don't want to die, okay? Just do it. Like, you know, like, dude, you know, hey, that's a plausible theory. That's a plausible theory. Y'all think it's bullshit, but hey, it's possible.
Imagine the birds roll up and they just start, like, saying some vile shit.
Yeah.
Hear about the guy that got arrested in Nebraska because he got with a bull in his car.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, it's
this guy.
He got arrested?
Wait, yeah, did he get arrested? Wait, what? I thought it was let off of a warning. No way.
Even my mom sent me this video. She thought it was the coolest thing ever. I didn't know he got arrested, though.
Yeah, did he get arrested? No shit.
I only saw, like, a little clip of it.
Around 10 a.m., the Norfolk Police Division responded to...
What's he arrested for? Having a good time? Being a good Uber?
Yeah, and also, you know, his bowl's safe. His bowl's fine. I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with this. Let him go. Why was he arrested? I thought he was let off of a warning. That's what I heard.
with a Watusi bowl in his passenger seat.
The officers received a call.
Dude, look at that bowl. This guy's like checking shit out, and his bowl's like, the fuck you want? What are you looking at? What, is this a problem? What, you think this is weird? Well, I do this on a daily basis, bitch. I hang out here all the time. What do you want?
I think that's fine. Oh, wow, the cow shit all over this.
Yeah, he did.
They thought that it was going to be a cow in.
I can't say I ever saw the back of the car. This thing's got a lot of features. The license plate is boy and dog. A custom Wait,
what? Really? Boy dog? What the fuck is a custom license plate too? You know what, dude? This guy's a gem. Oh my god, I honestly like this guy. Whoever owns this vehicle, whoever has this ball, you know what? I like this guy. I'm okay with it.
And then a decal that says lice, and it's covered in bullshit.
Literal bullshit.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I no doubt the bull was scared, but goodness.
Dude, holy fuck, bro.
I really want to know what.
Dude, look at this egghead of a cop just like looking at this bowl being like, what in the fuck am I even looking at? This is the most interesting thing I've seen all my career. What the fuck? Oh my god, let this guy go. Let him free, dude.
Looks like it says concussion beef. What an interesting guy. Yeah, I only saw like a small clip of this. I thought it was just like a cool way of transporting this cow. I thought he was like a VIP or something.
Well, it is. He custom made the car so he could put the bowl in there.
Thought that it was going to be, like a calf, something smaller, something that...
And you know what? The bull's just hanging out doing his thing. He's looking at the cameraman like, the fuck you want? Dude, this bull is just like looking at everybody like, the fuck you want, man? If I wasn't, up in this, transportation device, I would be fucking y'all up. Dude, this bull is looking at people like, I will fuck your shit up if I was, free. Like, dude, this bull is looking like it will fuck your shit up.
What is that it said on the side? Best car?
Calf, something smaller.
Best car citizen.
Something that actually fit inside the vehicle.
And the vehicle was big enough. Well, technically.
As a result, the officer...
Huh? You're literally charging right now. How are you off? Oh, fucking weird ass. Wow, really? You're gonna be doing that? Fine. I guess I'll have to. Alright, I'm using this one then. Wow. Even though you're charging, you're just like, nah.
Enough guy.
Okay.
That were occurring with that particular
best car entry
situation. And we'll back home and to leave the city.
Meyer and Howdy Doody are on their
literally told him to get out of town.
Was hurt. From Norfolk News Channel, Nebraska.
Yeah, like, they gave him a warning and told him to get out of town, basically. Like, look, I understand that you got your bowl and you're transporting them around stuff, but, get the fuck out of here, please. Don't put your bowl in town. Like, I mean, like, yeah, they let him off a warning, yeah, so they didn't arrest him.
I mean, that seems like a cool battle vehicle as well. Like, should Mad Max ever happen.
Yeah, because then you could have somebody on that side open area, and then you could just, like, have, like, like a gun turret or something. Dude, that would be a pretty cool fucking vehicle for, like, apocalypse.
To get ready to impale other riders and shit is probably a good call. He seems like a cool guy. What was his name?
Yeah, I mean, look at him. Yeah, he seems like a kind of a laid-back, chill dude. Just has his bowl, and it's like, the guy treats him like a dog, basically, and it's like, alright, hey, you're my best friend, let's hang out, let's do some shit, or take you around town. I mean, what do you want? I don't know, this seems fine.
Watched the video about how Kim Jong-un used YouTube prank videos as a way to kill his brother.
Huh?
What, cringe? What? There's no way that's real.
No way. Wait, no way.
I knew his brother died. I didn't know it was a fucking YouTube prank. The prank show that led to an assassination.
What?
How North Korea assassinated Kim Jong-un's brother. Let me see. There's no way this was from a prank.
No way.
In 2017, 2 unsuspecting women carried out a political assassination of Kim Jong-nam, the elder half-brother of North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un, thinking they were participating.
Oh, isn't that this guy that was like, you know, went to like Japan's Disney World or something like that?
Participating in a prank TV show. Holy shit, wait, what? In 2016, 2017, 2 young women were separately approached by men to perform a series of prank videos for YouTube. One was from Indonesia, the other Vietnam. They were paid a small amount of money to run up to strangers and smear lotion on their faces, then apologize and run away. Wait, where's the assassination?
So they did that to... this is... Yeah. I've heard about this.
In Kuala Lumpur airport when 2 women smeared his face with a powerful VX nerve agent. The CCTV footage of the incident shows him at the airport's information desk seeking medical help. He claims he felt dizzy after 2 women grabbed his face. He died within 20 minutes of the incident.
Jesus, dude. It was that quick?
She revealed she was recruited by a man named James, claiming to be a TV producer. For months, the 2 women were groomed to smear random people with lotion and creams. All this while they thought they were participating in a prank show with hidden cameras. Whoa!
Bruh, I didn't realize it was that deep. I didn't hear all the specific... It's kind of crazy once you hear the details, like, you know, after the initial news stories about these things, because I didn't hear about the details about it being, like, a facade to be a prank thing. I just heard that, like, oh, yeah, Kim Jong-un had agents that had, like, you know, this, like, you know, agent that they, you know, accidentally rubbed on his face or bumped into him. You know, and, you know, made it look like it was an accident, you know, so, but it was more or less actually a prank. Like, so, what the fuck?
I had no idea. I thought
That
this
is
was just
whack.
like a straight up assassination. I didn't know there was a deeper layer where the people that killed him didn't know they killed him. Hundreds of goats roam Bay Area neighborhood after escaping enclosed. Oh my god. These hooligans. We've got security camera footage.
Hundreds of bodied goats. Wait, what?
The squad's rolling deep.
Oh shit, dude, look. Oh damn, the squad do be rolling deep.
Lock your doors.
Oh
Don't
shit.
come out.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Oh man, they just.
Oh my god, whoa! No, no, they're coming from the fucking driveway!
This place.
Oh my god.
This is what I must imagine. This is what I imagine it must have looked like when Noah was trying to get like animals onto the ark.
Oh my god, dude. This is awesome. Dude, if I just went outside and I just saw 100 goats, I'd be like, what the fuck? Oh my god! Look at them all, they're not
It just doesn't stop.
You don't stop, dude.
Who had all of these goats?
Dude, where did they all come from?
Pepperidge Farms?
Pepperidge Farms? Oh.
God damn.
Dude, it's not stopping.
They're still going.
Their bleeds can be heard by all waking up residents in their Oh my god, this is awesome, dude. The holy shit. Oh my god.
Hey, welcome to freedom. Enjoy the American dream, my friends.
Enjoy America. Yeah, enjoy the American dream, brethren.
Speed.
Oh my.
Still going, huh?
Herder and their dog came to the rescue and corralled all the animals back to their pen. How did they do that? I mean, every single one of them?
A herder and their dog came to the rescue and corralled the animals back into their pen.
All of them?
No shot.
Yeah, no way.
Like 1,000 goats here.
I mean, yeah, hundreds. At least like 1,000.
How the fuck would he have gathered all of them? There's no way he got all of the goats back. They follow each other? Yeah, but even still, there's no way he'd get all of the goats back.
Yeah, there would be a few stragglers for sure.
Like all over the place, like in driveways and probably going into backyards. No way.
Yeah.
There's definitely still some rogue goats on the loose out there.
There has to be, dude. No way.
Very good herder dog. That's how. I mean, fucking Airbud couldn't get all of these goats back. There's too many.
There would have to be, like, you know, at least, like, a dozen herders and their dogs, you know, to be able to, like, corral all of those fucking goats.
I've never herded goats, but, I mean, I've done the next best thing. I've done the tedious side quests, or the tedious quests in RuneScape where you have to herd some shit. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, hey, in Red Dead, you have to do that every now and then, too. And, yes, it is also, indeed, a pain in the ass. Oh, my God, dude. Dude, those goats, man. I love that. Just endless, just like Armada, the squad rolling up of just ghosts. They're just like, meh. And then there's like 100, just 1,000 of them just like descend upon the neighborhood. I mean, that shit's fucking some top tier shit, dude. That is some good stuff right there. Man, I love that shit. But, anywho, think I at least got good for the rest of the lovely little evening. Getting myself some food and give a little golfing bath for the night. All that fun shit, so. Peace out, and of course, I'll be back around for the next one, so.